What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another live stream. Today we are talking about how to stand out on YouTube, and we're starting right now. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel and make videos and all types of other YouTube related stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything. So today we are talking about different ways that you can stand out here on YouTube. So you can stand out in your niche, so you can get the attention that you want so that you can get more views, more subscribers, and really ultimately, a crowd of people that are into what it is that you're doing and that, like your stuff. So the first thing I want to say for you guys that are in here right now, because we have 15 people in the stream, I'm just a few thousand views, 2,000 views away from 1 million views on the channel. So for you guys that are in here right now, thank you for being here with me while I cross over the 1 million view threshold. That's pretty cool. So the first thing that you can do to stand out here on YouTube, to stand out from the competition. What's going on, Imran? What's going on? The first thing that you can do to stand out here on YouTube is to, Angie, what's going on? Is to make everything look as good as you possibly can. And the reason for that is because a lot of people don't take the time or they don't learn how to make everything look good. So in the situation that you want to make everything look good, you want to try to get, at least a decent camera. You want everything to sound good. You want to make your channel art look fantastic. If you don't know how to do that, I can help you out over at tubertools.com. You want to make your thumbnails look fantastic, all your video graphics and all of that. And that is going to help you stand out from the other people that are doing the same exact thing that you are doing, because most people won't do that stuff. Another thing that you can do to stand out from the crowd is you can do things differently than everybody else in your niche, right? Like as an example, there's nobody in my niche, in the YouTube help niche, that is doing unique lighting setups and that is presenting themselves in the same way that I am. You know what I mean? And that's the way that I make myself stand out in what it is that I'm doing, because the way that I'm doing this, it is connecting with people, and it helps people when they see my content. It helps them say, okay, well, this is Nick's stuff because it stands out from everybody else's stuff. And, another thing as far as doing things differently, let's say, Gord is in the house. What's going on, Gord? Let's say that everybody in your niche is working on, Daryl Eves is his name, not Daryl Evans. Let's say that you are in your niche, a lot of people are using green screens, right? Because of that, it's probably, if you want to really stand out, don't use a green screen. If you are making animation videos and everybody in your niche is making animation videos on a whiteboard, they also make software to do animation videos on blackboards, so everything looks like it's written in chalk. So maybe that's the way to go. Or anything like that you can come up with is a fantastic way to, help you stand out from the crowd. And like if you're in a beauty niche, for example, if everybody's using the ring lights, even though they are fantastic for the beauty niche, if everybody's using ring lights, then maybe it's a good idea to help separate yourself from those people. Maybe it's a good idea that you light yourself in some other way. And the third thing that you can do before we get into some question and answer type stuff with you guys, the third thing that you can do, and Gord just hit it on the head right here, is to be yourself. And the reason for that is, people can figure out how you do your lights. Row Report in the house, what's going on, my man? People can figure out how you do your lights. People can try to imitate your presentation. They can steal your video structure. People can try to copy everything else that you're doing. I have people steal my thumbnails all the time, and it's still not the way that I do it, no matter how hard they try. But there's details that go along with being yourself. The way you say things, the way that you act, the way you move or don't move. Your individual view on things. And most importantly, with the other two things aside, just by being yourself is a fantastic way to stand out. But if you can add one of those other elements, it can really, really make a huge difference. So mix being yourself with trying to have the best quality that you can do and trying to do things differently and make everything look differently and maybe even act differently than the other people in your niche. And that is a surefire way that you can stand out from the crowd. hopefully that information was helpful for you guys. And now we will move into the fun. This is the part that I really enjoy with the live streams. The most fun part for me is the question and answer part where I get to interact with you guys. And hey, Mina, what's going on? Angie, what is happening? Guys, just so you know, I'm getting ready to cross the 1 million. Hey, what's up, Herman? Yeah, this is my phone right here, Herman. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to cross the, for you guys that are in here, I'm getting ready to cross the 1 million subscriber mark here within the next couple hours on this live stream. So that worked out perfectly as far as timing is concerned. So thank you guys for being in here and being a part of that. You know, that is, that's a pretty cool thing. You know, we all like that. You know, we all look at that as some sort of, you know, milestone of sorts. So, you know, Crystal, yes, I do. Shoot me an email on my about page here on YouTube to further that conversation. But yes, I definitely do. And hey guys, also Mina from the Universe Guru is in here, and we are in the process right now of working on details of a collaboration, and she is live streaming all of the time. So the collaboration is going to be based around things that are live streaming based. So keep an eye out for that. Mina, I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a good time. Okay, so what is the best way to convert viewers into subscribers? The best way to convert viewers into subscribers is, one, help them. Right? Give them something first. You know, lead with value. I always say lead with value. Whatever it is that you're doing, lead with value. You provide some type of information or entertainment or inspiration or something like that where you are leading with value. You're giving first. That's the first way, because when you give first, people appreciate that. You know what I mean? And because they appreciate that, they're more likely to subscribe to your channel because they're like, hey, this entertained me. And Sasha, thank you very much, Sacha. Risling, I appreciate it. I hope I'm saying your name right. I apologize if not. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, converting views into subscribers. Another thing that's very important for converting viewers into subscribers is telling people to subscribe. I have a video on my channel where I talk about things that you can do to get more engagement out of your viewers. And one of those things is front loading your videos, right? So putting your calls to action towards the front of your videos, you know, hey, you know, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this, or hey, remember to subscribe, you know, that sort of thing at the very front of your videos. You can use graphics to do it if you don't want to say it. Or if you're going to say it, then structure what it is that you say so that it comes out really fast, so that it's almost not even noticeable, but to where it comes across really fast. So it's like, hey, if you're into this, this, and this, then remember to subscribe. You know what I mean? And by doing that and putting the subscribe at the end, you're keeping them paying attention until you actually close them. So, but yeah, by you know, like Mina said, by adding value and by telling them to subscribe, it'll make a world of difference for you. Okay, it's a super chat where you can donate to praise his work. How do you get more views? Optimize your videos for search. Share them in places that are relevant. That was for Jesse Dembinski. Hey dude, what should I use to record my computer screen? Camtasia is awesome. It does cost money. It is not free. I'm sure there are also free options out there for you. Gord is actually, Gord's moderating this chat right now. Gord Eisman, you can check out his channel. He does a lot of Camtasia tutorials. So go over there and check out Gord if you are interested in like screen recording type stuff, because he has a ton of that over there. Also check out Lon Naylor if you are doing green screen, or not green screen, if you're doing screen recording videos, because he does tons of Camtasia stuff as well. So between those two, you'll learn everything that you need to know about recording your screen. Let's see here. iSight build. Herman, yeah, it's on my phone. I think I answered that one already. Herman, man, it's nice to see you in here, dude. Things. Let's see here. How do you get more views? Did you just run a marathon or something? No, but I did rush to get on here. I didn't run a marathon, but I was running behind. I was supposed to start this. I actually ended up starting 5 minutes later than I had planned because I had some other things that I was doing. And then by the time I finished that and I got here and I had to, get everything set up and all of that stuff. So it just took me a little bit longer, and I was literally running around my place trying to get everything done, get my coffee and, get my water out here and all of that. So let's see here. OBS is better for recording. So with OBS, you can record your screen, Ollie. Okay, that's a great solution. When you say front load, what do you mean? This is for Pam LJZ. When I say front loading, here's what I mean. When you go into your analytics, right, you're gonna see, right when your video starts for your audience retention, you're gonna see right when your video starts, and then you're going to see, over time that it's going to decline, right? When you front load your videos, you basically are putting, instead of putting the, hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, comment, whatever at the end, you're actually moving that stuff, say it at the end as well, but you're actually moving that stuff closer to the front of the video when more people are actually on board, when more people are actually watching your content. And it matters, makes a huge, huge difference. Angie also uses Camtasia. That's another representation for Camtasia. Hey Nick, awesome stuff, man. Do you prefer the regular videos or the live view? I enjoy live view because I can talk to you guys like right now, right? Like just being able to answer that question live right here is pretty cool. And just like the other questions that I'm going through. I like the live stream for that, but I like the produced video content because it's just better quality. It looks better. The editing, is fun. And I really enjoy editing videos. So for me, a lot of the fun of doing YouTube, besides the community aspect of it, a lot of the fun of doing YouTube is trying to make a video interesting or trying to make it look cool, or watching the video and saying to myself, okay, it seems like it's moving along here and it's moving along here, but here it kind of drags a little bit. So what can I do in this particular spot to kind of, keep it all rolling and keep the momentum going? I just, for whatever reason, that's just something that I enjoy. Okay, I'm going to Mina, Universe Guru, also uses Camtasia. So yeah, we're going hard on Camtasia here. Gonna shoot down to the bottom here. Jack Chi, what is going on? How do you deal with hate from your friends when you're doing YouTube? I don't have hate from my friends when I'm doing YouTube because I just don't hang out with people like that. I've surrounded myself with positive people and people that support the things that I do and the things that I'm into, and I support them in the same way. So that's how I deal with it, is I don't. And if it comes from viewers, from people that watch the video or whatever, then, I just have a special place in my heart, is the way that I like to frame that, because, people that can only contribute negative things, I am not, I feel sorry for them because, I'm not that kind of person, and I know they probably have a difficult way through life viewing things that way. What's going on, Chris Tankersley in the house? How are you, my man? Okay, let's see here. Hello. Find a new positive YouTube community online. That's right. Mina says find a new positive community online. If you're having trouble with your friends, then, in reality, here's the thing. I don't know how old you are, but in reality, a lot of the people that you know right now, it's going to filter down into just a handful of people that you probably will hang out with in the future, that you're hanging out with right now. Because as life moves on, I'm an older guy, I know this stuff. As life moves on, you still have like a core group of people that you hang out with, but outside of that, people just get caught up in their lives. They do other things, and people just grow apart. So don't let it bother you. Do your thing, whatever it is that you want to do it. Because at the end of the day, in 20 years and 40 years and 50 years, you're going to have yourself to look in the mirror. Let's see here, the top editing apps for Android, Ryan's Pad. Personally, the only thing that I've used is KindMaster, and I've seen that recommended all over the place as well. So, that's the only thing that I can recommend, the only thing I have experience with. But if there's anybody else in here that has another app that they recommend, feel free to go ahead and drop it in there. Good to see you are good, Chris. Any advice about placing your own logo in every thumbnail? Is it a good science? Is it good for a science entertainment channel? It's good for any type of channel. Anything that you can do, and this is for science theory, anything that you can do to make your thumbnails recognizable to anybody that consumes your content is a very important thing, and you should do it. So, you know, that's part of branding, and branding isn't just a logo. Branding is, you know, things that you say. It's the structure of your video. It is the fonts that you use. It's the colors that you use. You know, it's the certain rituals that you repeat. You know, there's more to it than just a logo, but try to make your thumbnails recognizable so that there's no question at all at a glance if somebody looks in your sidebar when they're watching one of your videos that they know without a question of a doubt that that is your content. Gord Eisman saying that Tube Ritual is a great community. It is fantastic. If you guys are not a part of that and you want to be, then head over to Facebook and search for Tube Ritual. Also search for YouTube and Video Making Tips. That is my group if you want to be a part of that. I'm about to hit 1,000 videos. Is that we're celebrating on the channel? Yes, absolutely it is. The amount of work that goes into 1,000 videos, not only should you celebrate that on your channel, but as soon as you upload that 1,000th video and you make it live, you should probably go out in the street and dance around for a few minutes, because the amount of work that goes into 1,000 videos, yes, absolutely, celebrate that on your channel. Wisdom from Nick, awesome and true. Thank you, Angie. Let's see here. Can you check out my YouTube channel, please, and give me some advice? I will do that here in just a little bit. We're only 16 minutes in right now. I plan to be on for an hour. That's what I always plan on, but I stay on for like 2 or 3 hours. But right now, I'm just doing question and answer stuff, and then we'll move into looking at channels and giving advice on channels just here in a little bit. So hang tight for that if that is what you are in here for, because, you know, I like to help out with, you know, just giving some tips here and there. So if that is what you are hanging out for, then that will come here probably in about 15 minutes or so, if you want to check back in for that. Hey, Nick, I asked before. Also, my first video got 11,000 views, but the rest of the videos are getting 50 as average. Any suggestions? I would, without looking at your channel, I would say work on your search engine optimization or where you are sharing your videos. Whatever you did on that first video, the topic that you made it on, try to repeat that. If you changed anything, your video structure or anything like that, like try to compare that one video to everything else that you're doing and see what made that stand out. If it got shared somewhere, you know, like on a blog or something like that, maybe reach out to them and see if you can, you know, work something out with them to where maybe you know, give them some credit in your description or something like that, and they share your videos from time to time or something along those lines, to where it's an equal exchange and they're not just, you know, hooking you up all the time. Hey, Nick, I'm a small YouTuber with 180 subs. Do you have any tips to get a video that goes like a small YouTuber, or that goes like small YouTuber viral? Yeah, the tip is to make content that is useful for people, and make content that stands out. You know, it's kind of what this whole video is about. Like, make something that you know, takes a little bit more time usually, and that you put a lot of thought into, storyboard some stuff into, you know, something that would interest you. Like, what type of video could you watch that you would look at it and you would say, wow, this is pretty cool. I'm going to share this. This is great. You know what I mean? That's something you can do for like small YouTuber viral, or of course prank videos. Those are always good. But yeah, that like viral content is a really difficult thing to do. Personally, that's not my area of expertise. I have no problem saying that at all. My area of expertise is basically, you know, growing like a long-term sustainable channel based on, you know, regular uploads and things like that, and actually getting those to convert into an audience and getting those to, you know, convert into website traffic or, you know, even a business. So that's my area of expertise. Viral stuff isn't really my thing. But that would be my recommendation, is just make something that is more thought out and a little bit more profound that speaks to your audience. Okay, what do you find to be the optimal video length for keeping people's attention? This is from Dally Tech. For me personally, on my channel, and I'll give another few references here too, but on my personal channel, it doesn't matter if I have a 10-minute video or if I have a 5-minute video, my average view duration stays about the same. I'm usually between like 55 and 65 on most videos. Sometimes, you know, I'll have one that goes higher than that. Every now and then, like on the Mobile Monday stuff that I'm doing, you guys aren't feeling that for whatever reason, that my mobile stuff isn't connecting with you guys. I'm getting like 40 something, like 48, excuse me, like 48% on one and 52% on another. So I might do 1 or 2 more of those just to keep testing the waters, but most likely I'm going to pull that series because it's just not something that you guys seem to be into so far. So on other channels, you know, like on client channels, the same thing really applies. Like video length, if people are into your content, they'll watch your video anyway. As far as new viewers are concerned, you know, if you're making content that is helping people, like how-to stuff and things like that, people are obviously going to stay on board longer for how-to videos because they're, you know, trying to learn how to do something. If you're doing like life advice and things like that, I can vouch for that one too and say that, you know, people usually stick on longer for things about life advice. They stick on longer for things about making money, you know, basically things that have massive benefit to people. They'll usually stick around longer on those. But if you're making entertainment content, it's a little bit harder to hold people just from stuff that I've seen. You know, I'm sure, you know, that there's always exceptions to the rule, but for, you know, people that I've worked with, the entertainment side is a little bit harder to hold people for longer videos. Okay, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of this list. Wham! Crossed 400 subs last night. Hooray! Zaggy DK, awesome. Good work. Congratulations on that. Let's see here. That's funny. I hope one of the mods gets this dude. Go ahead and ban that Heisenberg dude. Yeah, I think you guys already got that dude. Block. All right, here we go. Okay. How can I get more views? Errol's Gaming. I just put up a video about this. Literally, it's my last video. You can go into the video description right now. I have some links down there. One of those links is a link to whatever my most recent video is. So if you click that, I'm actually going to test it right now just to make sure, because I haven't tested that on a live stream, actually. So, un momento, por favor. Let's see here. Here's video, most recent upload. It might actually bring you into the stream. Let me check. Yeah, how to stand out on YouTube. So let me correct that. You actually want to go to my channel page, and I have a video on how to get more views on YouTube. So go to my channel page and check that one out, Errol's Gaming. Had to check how Super Chat works. I have a steady monthly subscriber growth, but plateaued the last few months. Any recommendations? Herman, you know what, dude? Hit me up on Facebook, and thank you for the Super Chat. You know, with you, you know, like, you know, like when I first started on YouTube, like, you know, you and I connected way back then. So, dude, just hit me up on Facebook, and I can try to help you out. My recommendation is, if you're like plateauing, is try to do something a little bit different. Like I see that you've introduced your like some vlog style footage and things like that. So it might be because of that, or that might be helping. You know, you'll have to test that out. But I would try to do something different. You know, experiment with a few different ways of doing things and see if it makes a difference or not. Because it's good that, you know, for a long time, most of your videos, you know, where you're sitting there and you have the same background, and, you know, you're sharing the information in that one spot. You've done that for a long time, and I think it's good, but it might be getting stale. So you might want to just try changing things up. In addition to, you know, the extra footage that you're working in there, like try changing things up and see if that makes a difference at all. But yeah, dude, hit me up on Facebook, and I can look at your stuff more in depth and try to help you out there. Hey Nick, I've been trying to do everything, thumbnails, tags, etc. Still no luck with subscribers. Any idea why? If you're getting traffic, but you're not getting subscribers, then you need to look into your audience retention and make sure that you're holding viewers. If you're not holding viewers, then you need to work on that. If you are holding viewers, then you need to either provide more value, you know, in terms of, you know, teaching them stuff, inspiring them, entertaining them in a way that, you know, is genuinely entertaining, you know, things along those lines. You know, make sure that you're delivering that type of content. and make sure that you're asking people to subscribe to your channel. And one thing that I recommend to people that I work with is if you're going to use graphics and things like that to, like I do on my channel, to remind people to subscribe, because if people are engaged in your content, this is a reality. If people are engaged in your content, if they're not in the YouTube sphere, right? Like we all make YouTube videos, right? The people that watch my videos, they make YouTube videos. So if you're not in the YouTube sphere, you might not have a full understanding of how the YouTube interface works, and you have to take that into consideration. For some people, usually other YouTubers, they get annoyed when, you know, other YouTubers are like, hey, remember to subscribe, or, you know, whatever, because they're like, oh, well, they're doing that too much. I'll have YouTubers tell me, you know, they'll say, oh, well, you know, you're putting that graphic in your videos too much and I find it annoying. That's fantastic, but it works, right? Because it works for the people that are just coming onto YouTube, which are part of my audience. It works for people that are just coming onto YouTube. They're just trying to learn how to do things. They're not fully engrossed in how everything works on YouTube yet. And even the people that are seeing that remember to subscribe watermark, it's basically just a mental note to where it says, oh yeah, that's right. I'm watching this video and I'm listening to what they're saying, but oh yeah, that's right. I remember to subscribe so I can keep coming back here. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely you want to make sure that you ask people. Thank you for the video light in the video. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm not sure what you mean by thank you for the video light in the video, but my pleasure. Guide to build a list channel. Yeah, start with numbers. Start with numbers. Start with making them as succinct as possible, and make a ton of videos, because you have a ton of competition. And also, this is for Talking Tree, and also try to go for things that all of the other people aren't going for. Of course, you're gonna need to hop on trends to, you know, to try to get a jump start on there, but try to work your titles and things like that around things that all of the other list channels are not doing. Because, you know, you're competing with, you know, top 10s and all those guys, and they dominate that stuff. So you have some work cut out for you, but you can do it. You're just gonna have to really be strategic about it. Let's see here. I'm gonna shoot down to the bottom of this list here real quick and see where we are at. Whoa, is AM Details in the house? Alan, yep, I see your name popping up. Hold on, where is he? Where is he? Alan, I know you're in here, man. Guys, if you are just coming in here, there's a couple channels. Right now we are, just so you know, we are coming in here and we are talking about ways to stand out on YouTube. And right now we have transitioned from that into a question and answer session. So specifically, if you have any questions about, you know, how to stand out on YouTube, that would be ideal, but we're just answering everything. So that's what's going on right here. But if you are just coming in, you've been hanging out for a while, if you are into cars and you want to know how to clean your car, like in a professional way, because he's actually a detail shop, if you want to learn that and a lot more than detailing, then definitely head over and check out AM Details. Check out Gord Eisman. He's moderating the chat right now. Check out the Universe Guru, Mina. We just connected recently. We have a collaboration coming out soon. She is awesome. Check out Minka Frederica. She's always in the live streams, always on the channel. It's very much appreciated. Make sure that you check her out. Okay, going on a question, check out iSight Build. He also does, if he's still in here, I'm not sure if he is or not, but he also has a bunch of, you know, YouTube related stuff. Hey, the Piano Girl, what is going on? What's the difference between suggested videos and browse features on analytics? Suggested videos are basically things that come up in the sidebar. Browse features are basically when you pop up on home pages and when you go out in email notifications as well. Basically anything that's not suggested is a browse feature, but mainly like homepage. Like if you're seeing that a lot, then that means that you're popping up on a lot of home pages. But yeah, check out Piano Girl also. She's always in here too. Like she does awesome covers, beautiful music on her channel. If you're into music, I know she's got like looped playlists. She does like Beauty and the Beast covers and stuff like that. Amazing stuff over there. So make sure to check her out too. Oh yeah, Herman, Eyesight Build, he is definitely still here. Thanks for the mention, Nick. No problem at all, man. You have very helpful content, and people should watch your videos to learn how to do things. Lon Naylor, I want to be more like Nick Nimmin. Lon, dude, I mentioned you like, let's see here, we're 30 minutes in. I mentioned you like 15 minutes ago. I mentioned Gord. Gord's moderating right now. I mentioned him, and I mentioned you for anybody that wants to learn Camtasia. So yeah, Lon Naylor is in the house now too. And guys, make sure that you go check him out. Lon, just as a little side note for you guys, like Lon for me, when I first came into YouTube, Lon was like that dude that was like, hey dude, you're, keep doing what you're doing. I think you're gonna do really good, in the platform and all that stuff. He was really encouraging to me when I first started out on YouTube. So Lon, I appreciate that, dude. Things are going awesome, as you can tell right now. I'm like, as of today, and it kind of goes up and down between like 3,500 and 4,200. But right now I'm at like 4,000 subscribers a month, and everything's going good. The community's completely on point. Everything is awesome. So thanks for your encouragement, dude. I really appreciate it. So yeah, guys, check out Lon as well. Free American Spirit. Greg is in the house. Yeah, check him out too. He's also in here all the time. Let's see here. I saw Chiba Games in here too. Yeah, Fitness Infinity, he also in here all the time. You guys are my peeps. Yeah, Chiba Gaming, Japan, there we go. Any tips for standing out on YouTube with paid advertisement? Yes, for paid advertisements, you have to make your video ads. If you're running video ads, you have to make the initial opening of your ad really profound, because we're all trained to just hover over that skip button and wait for it, right? So you have to really make something that grabs attention as soon as the video starts. And as a little side tip, you also want to put like contact information and things like that. Not a ton of it, because you want to keep it focused on grabbing their attention, but you want to make references to places where people can find you in the first 30 seconds, because if you don't go over that, then you don't get charged for it. So it's like getting free publicity. Okay, shooting down here to the bottom. Mulatto in Japan, also in here all the time. What is going on? Andrew from Ukraine, what is happening? Gord, thanks for dropping the link. Yeah, Gord just dropped a link to Lon Naylor's channel. So you guys make sure that you guys go over and check him out if you're into any type of, video marketing or screen recording stuff. And Gord too, moderating the show this evening. Okay. Nick, is there any way to check who disliked the video just for knowledge? No, there is not, and it's probably a good thing, because, people would probably get upset, Fights would get caused, because then you'd find out that buddies of yours disliked your video, and, that's not cool, so people would, just probably cause more problems than it's worth, but no, there is not a way. And that's part of what keeps it all honest. If there was a way, then that would actually discourage people from disliking videos, right? Lovely Kid in Japan. Hey, Nick, I'm on YouTube 2 years. I have 1,500 subscribers and thinking to change my name. Tina in Japan. What do you think? Go for it. At 1,500 subscribers, I'm not sure how engaged they are, but at 1,500 subscribers, you can definitely do things like that, and it's not going to be, a huge ordeal. But the only thing to keep in mind is, I'm not sure what your custom URL is. If your custom URL is Lovely Kid Japan, then you might want to stick with it, just so that everything syncs up for when people are trying to find you in the future once your channel gets bigger. Right now, it's not that big of a deal, but if your URL doesn't match up to your name, then when people are trying to type it in and trying to find you, you're going to make them have to take one more step in order to get to you. Hey, and real quick, guys, the Dale, what is going on, man? Yeah, Dale is in the house, self-publishing. He does self-publishing tutorials. He helps people basically understand how to self-publish on Amazon. He's also a moderator. So if you guys are into, or you're wanting to in the future, maybe write your own book or something like that, Dale can help you out with that. So definitely check that out. Greg from Free American Spirit asks, Why, whoop, just got bumped up. Why would I want a custom URL if no one knows me? How does that help? Okay, a custom URL, Greg, is you are basically claiming that space on YouTube. You're claiming that URL. So from this point forward, right now, nobody knows who you are, but from this point forward, as your channel grows, you own that property. Now, let's say right now you have the name Free American Spirit, but let's say tomorrow, somebody starts a channel, Free American Spirit also, because people duplicate names all the time. Let's say somebody starts Free American Spirit tomorrow, and they get to that 100 subscriber mark, so they go ahead and grab the URL, the domain name, and they go ahead and secure that name, then they are going to get known as the Free American Spirit more than you are because they have that URL. So people are going to be looking for you, but they're going to find them when they type in youtube.com/Free American Spirit. So it's really important that you get the URL once you are rock solid and you know, hey, this is the name that I'm going to use for my YouTube future. Then you definitely want to go ahead and get your URL for that. You want to get all of your Twitter handle, the Facebook handle. You want to get the custom URL on YouTube, the whole nine, and go for it. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hey, Nick, I've enjoyed your channel. Thank you for creating your content. I just started and haven't actioned any of your advice, but I do appreciate it. No sweat. That's it's good to hear that you are getting started. No problem in not actioning any of the advice. That's cool. For some people, they just hop on YouTube and it's just a fun thing, and that's cool. My stuff is more, it's teaching people how to grow and how to, just some strategy stuff and things like that. But you can use that stuff if you're just on there having fun. But some of the stuff that you're not applying yet, if you're just on there having fun, sharing videos with friends and stuff, it's not that big of a deal. Some creators actually ask for dislikes. Absolutely. And the reason they ask for dislikes is because it is still engagement on the channel. The users are actually doing something on the channel. That's why they ask for dislikes, because instead of somebody watching their videos and bailing, it's actually something that causes interaction. So it might take a video from having 100, or if it's a big channel, then let's say a channel has 1,000 likes, and then they have 300 dislikes, then that becomes a controversial video, right? So there's something going on with that video, which is a positive thing. For whatever reason, when people go there, they get excited about that video. They like it, they don't like it, they comment saying how much they hate it, or they comment saying how much they love it, but it's a positive thing. Let's see here. I'm starting, okay, this is from Le Mystique Sketchbook. I'm starting to stand out from the crowd. Congratulations. But I'm finding out that I'm getting more people who are jealous and haters' thoughts. Okay, here's the thing about jealousy and haters is if you're doing things that other people don't know how to do, or they can't do, or they don't understand yet, then it's going to happen. You're going to get jealousy. You're going to get haters. You're going to get people that just aren't feeling it. In addition to that, people hate just for the sake of hating. So don't even worry about it. Do your thing. You make art stuff. So be an artist. Worry about being an artist. Don't worry about the opinions of people that you don't know on the internet. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter. Like worry about spreading your voice. Worry about doing your thing, and don't worry about people that are jealous and that are haters on your stuff. Just do your thing. Focus on doing your thing. Focus on on getting your stuff out there so that more and more people see it. And once that social proof gets a little bit higher, then the haters are going to mean less and less and less to you. It's just hard when you first start going, because they make, when you get haters when you first start going, you start thinking to yourself like, man, is my stuff bad? Am I getting haters because my stuff sucks? And it's not because of that. You're getting haters because people are just that way. Chris, I meant to add you before this started, but I didn't. My apologies. I will add you once this is finished, so that you can mod for the next one. Hey, Nick, do you know about Nightcore music? I do not know about Nightcore music. Let's see here. No, even with the at Stacy Squad, I'm not sure what the question was, but it seems like it was something along the lines of how to get a custom URL. It is 100 sub minimum, even with a website associated now. They just recently changed this. Even with the website associated now, getting a custom URL, you still have to wait for the 100 subscriber minimum, unless you found a loophole of some kind. And if you have, let me know, because I actually have a couple of people that are trying to do that right now. But as of recently, even the domain name thing doesn't get you in anymore. Okay. Are you doing channel reviews? I am. Give me like 10 minutes, and then we'll get into the channel reviews. Right now, I'm just I'm answering questions, you know, just general questions that people have, and then we can focus it more on, you know, on individual channels. And guys, if you're here and you are not getting your channel reviewed while I'm reviewing channels, you know, once that starts happening, while I'm reviewing channels, you're going to get tons of really valuable tidbits on things that you can do to improve your channel. So if you're in here right now, make sure that you stick around for that, because it's really valuable knowledge that can really help you with your channel. Let's see here. Any good simple Photoshop tutorials? I have one on, actually I have two on how to create thumbnails. You can also check out iStalker, EYESTOCKER, his channel. He also does Photoshop tutorials. Very, very good stuff. Let's see here. I do have to run. You made my day. Thanks. Greg, have an awesome day, man. Thanks for swinging by. Are subscriber milestone giveaways worth it for a small channel? No. If you want to, you know, just appreciate your subscribers, the best thing that you can do is interact with them. Just like giving stuff away for the sake of giving stuff away. I mean, it's cool. You know, if you have a bunch of money laying around, or you have a bunch of, you know, like if you're an artist and you're like, hey guys, you know, I make art videos, or you're just an artist in general and you don't make videos about it, and you're like, hey, you know, I'm going to give, you know, this particular piece of art to one of my subscribers, you know, that's cool. But I wouldn't go out and spend money on a PlayStation or anything crazy like that, because I know some people do that, and that's not a good thing. And here's another thing that's going to happen is you're going to create one person that thinks you're incredible for giving away whatever it is that you're going to give away, and then you're going to create all of the other viewers that are like, oh man, that sucks that I didn't get that. You know what I mean? So use giveaway stuff with caution. Now, with that said, if you give away something awesome, then, you know, it can bring some stuff in, but you're not doing the yourself much good. We talked about this in the last live stream, so check that one out as far as the giveaways are concerned. Let's see here, Nick. Okay, this is from Andrew Boom. Nick, thank you for really useful content you make. I recently started my own channel where I make cover songs. Any ideas for a singer to stand on YouTube? Thank you, Andrew from Ukraine. Yes, Andrew from Ukraine. One way to stand out if you're making covers is a lot of people will make covers in their place. And if you're really talented, like the, hey, look, it's the piano girl. She was in here. I don't know if she still is, but if you're really talented, like she is, then you're going to grow just based on the fact that you have, you know, an insane amount of skill. If you are still working on that talent and still trying to develop that talent, and you're just not quite there yet, but you still want to make an impact, then in that case, try to make actual music videos. Even if they're not the best quality video in the world, try to just make, you know, just be creative about how you put your content together, instead of just making it like in your bedroom or in your studio or whatever. So that's a really good way to stand out. And the reason that's a good way to stand out is because a lot of people that are doing covers, they're not doing anything creative with it. They're just turning on the camera and they are, you know, doing their thing, but they're singing or they're playing their instrument or whatever, but they're not doing anything, you know, anything amazing. Let's see here. Primal Wrestling, thank you very much. Is it worth doing a live stream with a small channel? How can I promote it? Yes, it is worth it doing live streaming on a small channel. I'm not sure how many subscribers you have, but it is worth it. And the reason for that is because you're actually connecting with the people that come in. So as long as people are coming in, then yes. But if the type of live streams that you do are not a similar type of content that you make, then it can actually kind of work the other way, because where people aren't as into it. Like, I actually had a conversation recently with a guy who does Lego videos, and he did a live stream, and for him it was actually a negative thing, because normally he does, you know, to where you'll have like you know, he'll be on camera, but he'll do, you know, like Lego builds and stuff like that, but his audience just was not feeling the live streams. And another thing too is I did an experiment. I have a channel that I just run experiments on for my personal stuff. Like if I want to know, hey, what can you do with a channel with like no subscribers? I have a channel for that. And what I did is I used OBS, right? And in OBS, you can loop content. So you can make videos and you can load them into OBS and then you can loop it. So what I did is I said, okay, I'm going to make like a 24-hour live stream and see if this channel with no subscribers on it can generate subscribers based on the fact, and views based on the fact that it's just a live stream. And what I found was, after a total of like, give or take, 3 or 4 hours, it didn't get hardly any views. It didn't get hardly any subscribers or anything like that. Because what I did, I didn't optimize anything. I basically just made the video and then I put it up and put it on loop, and I just kind of had it going in the background while I was working to see if anybody would come in on it or whatever. But I wasn't getting any traction on it. But the only good thing on having 5 subscribers and still on a live stream is the live streams are still saved as videos. So as an example, when this video is finished, it's going to go on my channel as an actual video. And I've already optimized it so that when it's finished, all I have to do is go in and just do a few minor tweaks to it. And it's a video, it's good to go. So as far as a small channel is concerned, if you can hop on and you can do a live stream a couple of times a week in addition to the regular content that you do, then you're just adding to the content that people can consume on your channel. And it doesn't have to be an hour-long live stream. It doesn't have to be, a half an hour live stream. You can do, 15-minute live streams and then get out of there, and you're creating new content for your people to consume. Let's see here. Hey, I've been making science videos a lot. No progress whatsoever, even though I do customized thumbnails and put a whole lot of tags from Google Keyword Planner. What should I do? It's more than just tags. Like SEO is more than just how you do your tags. It's also how you structure your descriptions, how you do your titles, things like that. The specific keywords that you're going for make a huge difference. As an example, I also have an education channel, science videos, psychology videos, that kind of stuff. And I haven't done anything with it since I came back on this channel and started going hard on this channel. But a huge mistake that I made on that channel, and I didn't realize it until I actually, started like studying this stuff, which I started doing at the very end of that channel. But one of the things that I was doing is, for a low or no authority channel, I was going for massive keyword phrases. In some cases it paid off, but in most of the cases I had a lot of the videos, they would still get views and stuff, like they would still rank, but they wouldn't rank for the exact terms that I was going for. They would just, they would just rank for other things. So what I recommend to you is be extremely specific for what it is that you're ranking for and optimize everything around that. Your title, your description, and your tags. And don't just do a big mess of tags, right? Make sure that everything is focused on your topic and variations of your topic, so that you're telling YouTube, hey, this is what my video is about. And when you do your title, make sure that you're going for something that's a little bit longer, instead of, why does the wind blow, as an example. You would do something that would be a little bit longer, like what if there are 20 million results for why does the wind blow, but there are 10 million results for what is the reason that the wind blows, or what makes the wind blow, or whatever. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but you want to go for longer phrases. So without actually researching that, I can't give you an exact phrase to go for, but but hopefully you can see what I'm getting at. Okay, why do when it's 5 in the morning? No idea what you mean. Haters have to hate, that's what they do. Nick, can you please give a shout out? Thank you. Bayes Replays, what is going on? Hey Nick, tell us about patience required. Gord, what do you mean by tell us about patience required? And real quick, while you're answering that, Mina says that I was putting too many keywords in my titles. I fixed 10 videos yesterday and they all ended up on the first page of a key tag for my channel. Boom. right? That's what I'm talking about right there. Here's the thing, with those, when you make those adjustments, sometimes, just like when you upload a new video, sometimes you'll get placement for, like a couple days or whatever, and then it'll start falling again. So any videos that you make a change to, always keep an eye on them and say, okay, well, right now they're here, and then, let the system kind of, learn where they should go based on, how people are coming into them and how much they're clicking on your thumbnails and staying on your videos and things like that. But keep an eye on them. So whatever changes you made, keep an eye on them to see if those changes remain. Okay, Gord, patience while you grow. Okay, yeah, Gord, we'll talk about that. Okay, so for channels that are smaller, there is a period of time that you have to go through where you're between, you're between 0 and you're between whatever you think a subscriber count is or a view count is or whatever your success metric is. There's that time period between 0 and when you hit that point. That time period could be small, depending on, what you're doing. That time period could take a long time. So as far as patience is concerned, patience is important, but you also have to be really critical and realistic about what it is that you're doing. So let's say that you've been doing a channel for, I'm just gonna say X amount of time, right? And you say to yourself, okay, this is not getting the growth that I was hoping for, why? And you analyze your channel, you analyze what you're doing, you analyze how your viewers are, watching your videos, things like that. And for whatever reason, people just aren't into the particular content that you're doing, or you're just not able to rank it, or, something like that. Then you need to say, okay, well, if people aren't feeling this or the way that I'm doing it, or they're not watching or whatever, then I need to change something. So I need to change my structure. I need to change, something. You have to make a change. Maybe I need to adjust the niche a little bit or something like that. But you have to be patient and test your stuff. Like right now, I'm doing something on my channel. I'm testing Mobile Mondays because I said, hey, I want to, there's a lot of people in my comment section that ask me, hey, Nick, how do I do this on my phone? Hey, Nick, how do I do that on my phone? Hey, Nick, I need help with this on my phone. So I thought, oh, perfect. The people that are watching my videos want to know about mobile stuff. Well, what happened is I said, okay, I'm going to start on Mobile Mondays. That's going to be awesome. People are going to love Mobile Mondays. But here's what happens. I do Mobile Mondays and people just aren't feeling it like they're feeling the rest of my content. So because of that, I might do one more Mobile Monday, and then I'm gonna have to change Monday to something else if they're still not feeling it, because my mobile videos don't get the same retention and the same interaction overall that my other videos get. So be patient, be willing to test everything that you're doing, and even if you have stuff that's working, right? Like my channel right now, everything's going great, but I'm still adding, or I was still testing that Mobile Monday because maybe it can do better, right? I mean, of course it can do better. So it's my job to say, okay, well, even though things are going okay, then, I need to still test other stuff. And even though I'm making this type of content and people are liking it, well, what if they also like this content, right? So always be patient, always be willing to test, and most importantly, be honest with yourself and say, okay, you know what? If this is taking too much time, or I'm not getting the results that I want, or, whatever, be honest with yourself and say, okay, I'm not going to do it this way anymore. I'm going to try something else and see if that works instead. And I'm going to do videos like that instead of the way that I was doing it. I'm going to do videos like that for X amount of time and see if the results come that way. And if they don't, give yourself a time limit and say, you know what, if I'm not getting the results that I want within X amount of, months or years or whatever, then, be willing to walk away and start something else, or, whatever. Let's see here. Are you doing channel reviews? Can you review me? I am here in a little bit. I was planning to do this for an hour and then bail, but as usual, we're going a little bit longer. Right now we're like 53 minutes in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Chat is frozen up. Is it? Hey guys. No, it looks like we're still good on chat. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Whoop. All right. Hey, Dale Roberts, thank you so much. I will go check out your channel. Yeah, guys, real quick, Dale moderating, go check out his channel. Gord Eisman moderating, go check out his channel. The Universe Guru is in the house, go check out her channel. All you guys, go check out everybody's channels. Hey, real quick, while you guys are on here, I'm going to check real quick and see what my... Okay, yeah, I won't know for a little bit for the update. Okay. All right. So where are we at? Whoop, I just saw something about TubeBuddy in here. Hey guys, so just so you know, starting next month, if you guys are familiar with what TubeBuddy is, it's basically a browser plugin that helps you like learn how to rank and stuff like that. Or not learn how to rank, but it basically helps you, you know, with your tags and your titles. It helps you research stuff. It helps you bulk change information on your videos. You can make thumbs in it, all types of really cool stuff. There's a link to them down in the description right now if you're not familiar with TubeBuddy, but they are awesome for helping you out with your channel. But starting in April, I'm pretty sure we're still working on the exact day, but in the first week of April, I'm going to be doing a live stream over there as well on their channel. You know, just sharing additional information. You know, it's similar to the stuff that I share here, but it's going to be on the computer instead of on the phone, and it's going to be a more formatted type of live stream. Of course, answering questions and stuff like that. But if you're not already over on the TubeBuddy website, on the TubeBuddy YouTube page, make sure that you head over there and check them out as well if you're interested in catching a live stream over there. And real quick, if you are just coming into this live stream and you are not familiar with me or the channel or the type of content that I put out, I make videos that help YouTubers grow their channel and make videos and all types of other YouTube related stuff. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss anything, and the bell notification icon too, so that you don't miss any live streams. All right, so we are going down to the bottom, and we are going to say, let's see here. Nick, any tips to make an engaging live stream? Please notice me. Slick Sama. Yeah, tips to make an engaging live stream, just, interact with people, talk to people, answer questions, things like that. But another thing too is, when you first start the live stream, like I did in this video, this is initially at the very front of this video. Once it goes live on the channel, this is about a few things that you could do to stand out here on YouTube so you can get, more subscribers and attention and views and all that kind of stuff. But start it out just like you would do a normal video. Whatever your topic is, start it out and do it just like you would do a normal video, and try to just keep things going. You know what I mean? Like, interact with your viewers, interact with the people that are leaving comments, say hey to people like Bell Coon. What is going on? Bell Coon in the house. Universality. What's going on? Hey Nick, so how do you stick out? I just got here. What is going on? First, I interact with people. That's the first way that I stick out, is I interact, I answer comments. A lot of YouTube creators don't answer comments, or they just barely answer comments. I talk to you guys in here. You can see back here what's going on with my lighting and my normal videos, basically how I structure everything, how I make everything look. Nobody in my niche is doing what I'm doing when it comes to that. Everybody has their own way of doing things, but it's all kind of similar. And basically when I set out, I said, hey, I actually started out doing things kind of like they do, thinking, okay, hey, well, they're doing it this way, I should probably do it that way. But once, I came to my senses, I basically made everything my way. And I said, okay, I'm going to try to make everything kind of look cool and, lay myself out there, so to speak. I'm going to go, instead of writing scripts word for word, I'm going to start going off of bullet points so that I can just kind of dump the information that I have in my brain, instead of just being strict to, the particular things that I say and stuff like that. And all of that has helped me stand out, in addition to my videos looking good, my video graphics looking good, my channel art is solid, my thumbnails really draw a lot of attention, things like that. So that's how I stand out on my channel. And the information, the value I provide is massive. Massive amount of value for people that are trying to grow their channels here on YouTube. Okay, thank you, Nick. Awesome, my pleasure. Gotta go. See you next time. Have a good day. BMA Comics. You have a good day as well. You should do videos on why YouTubers don't answer comments. I can tell you right now why YouTubers don't answer comments, because it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, and it takes, it's real easy to go through the comment section and just say, thanks, 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 thanks. Cool, cool, awesome, yay, thumbs up, thanks, smiley face, you know, that's real easy. But when you are in the comments and you're actually like responding to people and people are like, hey, I'm having trouble with this, and then you look at their channel real quick and you're like, okay, well, you know, maybe you should try this, or, you know, whatever, and you're actually responding to people, it takes a lot of time. And sometimes, you know, and even, you know, in my case too, like I answer comments, and that's an extreme priority for me. But I answer comments, and sometimes, you know, like I'll get busy with other stuff, and then I have to let the comments go for a day or two, and it creates a massive backlog. And if that happens, then sometimes I'll just say, you know what, I'm just going to start answering what's most recent, and I'm just going to have to let those other comments go, because I literally don't have the time to go in and do it. So that's why a lot of people don't do it, is they just don't have that extra time to go in, or they just don't care. And for me, I care, and I dedicate a certain amount of time to do it. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Brian Pope. This is actually it, and here's the thing. It's not necessarily the current subscriber count, it's the rate of growth that you want to look at. So right now I'm gaining over 4,000 subscribers a month. So, you know, I mean, you don't have to watch my stuff. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of people out there that are sharing, you know, other advice. You know, they might give it in a different way, or, you know, I do talk about things that other people in this, in the YouTube help space, they don't talk about it. But check the growth, not necessarily the current subscriber count. Okay, Nick, I've seen almost all of your videos. Awesome, John Yatobi. Okay, let's see here. Could you review my channel, please? I'm a full-time YouTube, and this is the smallest of my 3 channels, and it's growing so slowly. Anna's Big Adventure. I will do that right here in a second. We have literally 1 minute left. And then I'm going to start looking at channels. So, you know, yeah, I'll actually do it right now, because that minute will be gone before we even know it. I saw somebody in here leaving a Vsauce comment, and I get that comment all the time. Why do you look like Vsauce? It happens. You know, what's funny is I have an educational channel as well. I don't update it anymore. I haven't updated it in like 6 months or 8 months. It's still growing because the content is evergreen, because everything is optimized and things like that. So it's still growing, but it's an educational content channel, and because of that, the amount of Vsauce references that I got over on that channel is staggering. All right, so we are looking at, let me find your name. Yes, always, I get appreciated for answering comments. I always assumed that everyone else did too. Mina, yeah, that's a huge problem here on YouTube, is for whatever reason, people just completely discard their communities. I know people in my space that have over 100,000 subscribers, and the engagement they get on their videos is almost non-existent because they don't interact with their communities. They just don't care anymore. You know, for whatever reason, you know, I don't know if it's because they're busy, or, you know, because they're like, well, I'm at this point, so it's not as important anymore, or what, but they just don't do it. And because of it, you know, the engagement on their videos is crazy. Like, I'll get more comments in an hour than in a lot of their video. Like, I'll get more on a video. If I released a video right now, I would get more comments on that video in an hour than some of the people that I'm talking about get in, you know, a week on their channel. And the reason for that is because I interact and they don't. So it makes a difference. Okay, so we were going to, okay, that disappeared. Let's see here. Could you please take a look at my channel? I will, Primal Wrestling. I am going to go into my admin here so that I can find your channel. Anna, I think was your name. Okay, guys, now we are going to go into the channel review section or portion of this video. So, you know, still answering general questions. So if you have any questions about the stuff that I mentioned, then, you know, feel free to ask them here, and I will try to answer it for you. But first, we are going to go into Anna's Big Adventure. Full-time YouTuber, and this is the smallest of my 3 channels, and it is growing so slowly. First off, if it's the smallest of your 3 channels, what are you doing to, you know, to, you know, to, 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 Like, are you doing anything with your other channels to get people from that channel into this channel? Like, are you cross promoting it in any way, Anna? Angie, also Angie, I will go to yours as well. Yeah, Anna, if you got that message, yes, you are sending people in. Okay, and are your other channels featured on here as well? Are you on the other two? Okay, first thing. Adventure and travel vlog, that's good. Subscribe. This one's growing the slowest. Let's see how slow you are or are not growing. Getting ready to cross 23,000 subscribers too, guys. So not only are we going to be crossing 1 million views tonight, but we're going to be crossing 23,000 subscribers too. Woo, woo, and you guys are all here for it. Okay, 316,000 views. You're at 137 subscribers a month, give or take. 12,000 views, so your views are climbing, subscribers are not. Okay, so your question is here, could you review my channel, full-time YouTuber, and this is the smallest of my 3 channels and it's growing so slowly. It is growing slowly, but you are growing, that's a positive. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to go and I'm going to look at your video grid. And your thing here was like, oh, okay, you're 5 pounds. That's good. I'll spend a few minutes on this. Guys, if you're just coming in here, right now I'm looking at channels, giving some tips on things that people can do to, you know, maybe speed things up or maybe stand out more or, you know, kind of just make everything better on their channels. Oh, hey, you're in here with David Walsh. Very cool. I know David. The irony. That's funny. Okay. Okay, so first off, okay, you uploaded this today. I'm not even going to look at that one. Okay, whitewater rafting Rio. Whitewater rafting Rio. Argentina. Let's see if you're ranking for anything there.
I'm excited. Morning. Are you excited? I'm excited. Morning. Are you excited?
Rafting, Rio in Argentina. Rafting, sports, kayaking. Argentina, how to do, cool things. Okay, the first thing that I would do is I would dial in your SEO. Like your tags, you're going for just a bunch of different stuff. Like I would dial that in and try to, you know, you're at 1,900 subscribers, so you have you know, a little bit of authority. But I would dial in your tags so that you are more focused on the actual topic that you're about. I mean, I see what you're doing. You know, you have things that are, you know, kind of related, but you know, like how to do, I would definitely lose that. In a boat, yeah, it's related to rafting, but if somebody's looking for in a boat and you happen to pop up and they come to your video, it's not really going to apply. Boats, yeah, same thing, boating. Yeah, I would, and for this video, I would have focused everything around whitewater rafting. Also, like I'm not sure here. It looks, because you have it as your first keyword, I'm going to assume that you're going for whitewater rafting, which, you know, you do have that in the first, your first line of your description. You have it in your title. But if you type in whitewater rafting, 413,000 results. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, you know, you actually do have a chance at this. So I think that your SEO just didn't happen to work out here. But yeah, you definitely had a chance at this. Hold on, let me see something real quick. And what I'm pulling up right now, just for you guys that don't know, is TubeBuddy. And basically with TubeBuddy, it kind of helps give you an idea of your chances for like ranking for stuff, and helps give you different keyword ideas and stuff like that. If you're not familiar with it, there's a link to it down in the description below. High search volume, competition isn't that bad, but slightly competitive. Lost in LeBlanc, yeah, you're definitely not going to win against them. David Supertramp, you're not going to win against him. Okay, here's what I would recommend is I would try to go for, instead of going for right now, while, you know, at this point in time, here, you know, let me look at some other videos before I actually say this. What I'm going to mention, just so the thought is out there, what I was going to mention is that you try to go for more specific things. And I see that you do have that it's, you know, Rio, Monzo, and Argentina also, but it doesn't look like you are actually, hey, look, I just popped up in my own sidebar. But it doesn't look like that is something that you're actually trying to go for. But let me look at your other videos. Hold on. Home studio setup, YouTuber filming equipment, gymnastics. Okay, another thing that I would do. 1 million subscribers, 1 million subscribers. Okay, it looks like you're doing a series. That's good. Check out your playlist strategy, what you're doing there. Learning to snowboard, that's good. David Walsh with a play button. Subscribers, off-roading the first time. Bouldering, squash. Yeah, right now, I don't think that you're being specific enough in the stuff that you are trying to target. It's in the phrases that you're trying to target. In addition to that, really with putting your face in there, that's good. But I would also, and this is something that I mention in every single review, it seems, I would also make sure that you dial in your thumbs a bit so that you are letting people know when they're watching your videos that that content is directly related to you. Like a lot of times we want to assume that because our name is over here in the sidebar for our related videos, that people will try to find that name when they're looking, but in reality, people cruise around YouTube at a glance. So you want to make something on your thumbnails to where people can quickly and easily, like here, right? You have your face in there. Awesome on that one, awesome on this one. But for some of your other thumbnails, you can't tell that it's your content. So because of that, you can't let people go deeper and deeper into your channel from your sidebar, from your recommended videos. On some of them you can, but on others you can't. Like what you're doing with this 1 million subscriber thing, this is great because those particular videos, they seem, at a glance, they seem like they're all similar in style. So they can look at this because you're putting the play button on there and your face is in almost all of these. Like these are obvious that they're related to you, but some of these other ones, there's not that direct connection with you. So on your stuff, I would work on your SEO. I would really dial down on that. If you're friends with David can definitely help you with this stuff as well. If you want to smile, come join Anna. I'm Superwoman wannabe, professional actress, teenager, discovering raw adventures. I would also fill out your about page just a little bit more. Maybe put a schedule in here if you're doing any type of schedule. And without watching your videos, I'm not sure if you're you're obviously putting a strong emphasis on getting subscribers, but I'm not sure if you are doing that in your videos that are not related to your 1 million subscriber, hype that you're trying to build. So I would definitely, make sure if you're not already that you're putting that call to action in your videos somewhere near the front when people are watching. Like if I had access to your back end, I could tell you exactly what to do. But just from glancing at your channel from the outside, yeah, I would work on what you're targeting and how you're actually structuring your SEO. And I would definitely work on your thumbnails. And without watching a full video, you know, just for the sake of everybody else that's watching this and the other reviews, like without watching a full video, I would also make sure that you're making sure to add your calls to action in your video for people to subscribe, comment, things like that, because your engagement isn't very high either. Like for, you know, in theory, for 165 views, you should have more comments going on here with 1,900 subscribers. So because of that as well, like, you know, make sure that you are interacting with the people that comment on your videos. That helps build community, right? Like right now you have the 2 comments on here 2 days ago, and you haven't replied to either of them. So I would make sure that you're interacting with the people that are watching your videos, because right now, while it's at 1,900 subscribers, you know, you can definitely do that in a big way. So make it count right now, and it'll definitely have an impact on your channel. Okay, so now we are going to go into, hopefully you found that helpful. If you have any questions about anything that I said, Anna, feel free to shoot me an email via the About page. Okay, let's see here. Could you please take a look at my channel, Primal Wrestling? We are going to go take a look at your channel. Oh, we've got a handful of them stacking up here.
Hi guys, welcome to Primal Wrestling.
Okay, good channel trailer start.
Everything professional wrestling. My name is Mark, and I aim to bring you the latest news, reactions, and all the information from the professional wrestling world.
Video quality looks good. Primal Wrestling header. You know, it's obviously about wrestling. Your number one wrestling buffet to keep your obsession fed. Okay, that's good. That makes sense. But personally, I try to make everything like as simple and easy to understand as possible. That's pretty easy to understand. But if it was me, I would try to make that, because you're, you know, like you're being clever with it, which is totally cool. But I would just make it as simple as you possibly could. Like instead of your number one wrestling buffet to keep your obsession fed, I would just do something like, you know, your number one wrestling resource with videos every, you know, however often it is that you upload your videos, or something along those lines. But the most important part of what I'm trying to say is I would make this tagline right here just a little bit easier to understand, because there's going to be people that are watching your videos that don't have a strong command of English, and because of that, and everybody listen to this too, this is really important. Like YouTube is an international thing, as we all know, and because of that, people watch our videos from all over the world. People watch that understand English, but they don't have a strong command of English as far as making references like your number one wrestling buffet to keep your obsession fed, for example. Somebody that doesn't have a strong command of English could look at that and connect buffet with food and not really have a strong understanding of what that means. So that's not the end of the world, because, you know, the way that you're speaking,
Daily, so you're going to keep your obsession well fed.
You know, you're obviously targeting the English speaking market. So, you know, because of that, you know, like it's not the end of the world, because you'll still, you know, the people that you're trying to reach most will still understand what you're talking about. But I'm just saying, as far as making everything easy for people that may not have the strongest command of English as well. Okay, let's see here, your thumbnails. You're on the right track with your thumbnails. I would dial those in just a little bit more as well. Like for example, it's the same thing on the other channel. Every single time I do reviews, it's like a broken record, this part of it. So guys, really pay attention to this. Like if you look at this top 5 worst indie wrestling injuries thumbnail, and then you look at your WrestleMania 33 thumbnail, there's nothing that connects those 2 thumbnails to your channel, right? So you can do that with, you know, with putting a logo on there. You can do that with, you know, how you structure everything. You can do it with putting your own face on there or something like that. But make something in all of the thumbnails that you do connect to your channel in some way, so that it's something that people can easily recognize if they're watching one of your videos. Because if I'm watching a WrestleMania 33 predictions video, and one of those particular videos come up in the sidebar that aren't directly connected, what's your channel name? Primal Wrestling. In order to know that it's your content, I would have to actually find Primal Wrestling in the actual text here. But in reality, I'm going to look at the thumbnail and I'm going to look at the larger text way before I'm going to try to hunt you down, because you know, on every channel, you may or may not rank in the sidebar. So people aren't in the habit of trying to find a channel name in the sidebar. And that's why it's the smallest thing on there. So focus on your thumb. It's the biggest thing on there for a reason. And how you connect your thumbnails to your actual content. Like this right here, the Kurt Angle last WWE run, sure, it's wrestling related, and because of that, you know, somebody might click on it just for the sake of it being wrestling related, but what you want is you want people to say, hey, I like this guy's content, and I want to find more of his stuff. So when I'm going down the sidebar, when I see one of his thumbnails, I want to click on that first because I just came from one of his videos and I want to watch more of his stuff. So that's why that is important. But besides those things, you know, I think you're on the right track. Let me just do a quick preview when your video opens.
Hi guys.
Because there's something I decided I'm going to start checking for in these reviews also. I'm going to check for it right here. Okay. Okay, so it was 5 seconds before you started talking about what it is that you're doing in your video. I would just start it with you guys talking. I would lose that whole image sequence that you do and just get straight to you guys talking in the video. So hopefully you found that helpful. One of the other things that I always check for, yeah, your about page is filled out. Yeah, a lot of you guys, you're gonna see, you know, if this is your first time on the live stream, what you're gonna find is if you watch more and more live streams, when I do these reviews, it's a lot of the same things that people are doing, that just real small minor tweaks that you can do that can really have a large impact on your channel over time, especially as your channel starts to grow. You know, if you know, like in this case, you know, 23 subscribers, everything counts, right? Every person that you can get to click on one of those thumbnails because it's related to you, to feed them into your channel, to watch more of your videos, to possibly engage more with a comment or a like or a subscribe, or just the accumulated watch time. That's extremely important right now. And as you grow, it's even more important because it snowballs. So getting this stuff taken care of and dialed in now can make a really big difference once your channel starts growing. Okay, next on the list is Angie. Nick, new channel banner, rip it apart. What's going on, Wendy? Nice to have you in here. I hope you are well. Nick, new channel banner, rip it apart. Let me get through. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Every day I learn something new.
4 in front, and then I will be there. Okay, Angie, channel header, narcissistic abuse recovery, toxic relationship rehab for smart people, daily videos. Okay, header, you nailed it. Okay, so basically what's going on here is as soon as you come to her channel, she has this in her channel. She basically is connecting with people who are going through or are in recovery from narcissistic abuse. She's helping people that are in toxic relationships. She's pre-qualifying her audience by saying for smart people, right? And she says that she has daily videos. So she's nailing a nice handful of things here. Nice job, by the way. Thought I was subscribed to you already. Interesting. I just subscribed. Okay, live support. Very cool thing that you're doing here, Angie, by the way. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your About page. Discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse. Certified life coach, author, and survivor. Relationships. Perfect. You tell your personal story there. Fantastic. You're creating that connection with your crowd. Thumbnails, definitely identifiable. Hold on. Okay, yeah, your thumbnails, your face is in there. You're using similar stuff. Every now and then you'll use like a different color or something, but your face is still in there, so that's good. But like on your This Is How I Roll, I don't know if that is part of like a specific playlist or what, but I would just try to keep your colors the same. I mean, your face is in there and it's a really prominent part, so that gives you a little bit more freedom on the other stuff, but it would dial everything in that much more if you had it matching everything across the board. So I would make that suggestion. Let's go look at one of your videos. I'll look at a real one, not a live stream.
So you know how it feels when you're in a room full of people and yet you still feel completely alone, right? Well, this is exactly what...
Starting out, you're talking right away, and she identified with viewers. You know how you feel when you're in a room and you're completely alone? Bam. Yeah, everybody knows how you feel when you're in a room and you're completely alone. So she's making that relation right there.
Of narcissistic abuse tell me that they experience. It's a pattern that I even found in myself after I realized what I had
Connecting, she's showing her personal vulnerability.
been with for so long during the narcissistic abuse.
Okay, let's see what you're doing on your SEO. Join the community university, the Online Learning and Evolution Center for Narcissistic Abuse Survivors. I'm doing this Hive. Okay, you are getting your crew together at the front of your description. One thing that I would also recommend, I mean, you're obviously, you know, you've got 15,000 subscribers, so you know you're obviously getting like shared or you know you have a ton of videos that you've optimized in the past, or you're just massively connecting with this community. But I would still, for the sake of having a wider reach, hold on. Okay, I would also try to fine tune some of your topics a little bit. Maybe not on all of your videos, because I see what you're going for. You're going for narcissistic abuse, which is good. And I'm actually going to see how you come up here. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so you come up right here in the like you're the first channel, not the first video, but you're the first channel. You're like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th result for this. So yeah, you're on point. But to further that recommendation, I would, if you can, I would try to just dial in some of your search engine optimization, just for the sake of, you know, being able to tap into. I mean, you're in a key point for the topic that you're covering, so you're fine. But if you wanted to expand on that a little bit, then I would maybe adjust your SEO and maybe some video topics to where maybe they have a wider reach to kind of still reach that audience of people that are going through this, but it still pulls them in for people that are searching for other types of terms that are related to this, instead of just the narcissistic abuse. Because, you know, like, and I'm sure this is a common thing in what you're doing, but, you know, like if I was going through that as an example, I might not necessarily know to actually type in that term. So I would try to find other terms that you might be able to optimize for, that people might be searching for, that are dealing with this, to help widen your net, so to speak. But yeah, that's my recommendation for you. Outside of that, I just want to go ahead and say that you're doing a fantastic service, and thank you for doing what it is that you are doing for people. It's a really cool thing. Let's see here on your homepage. Change the lives. Most recent uploads at the top. Good. Yeah, everything's organized right. And again, on your thumbnails, like you know, that's another thing that I would do, is I would try to dial in everything, just so you have that whole branded look going on. And I guess you liked my video. I see me down here in the bottom, so thanks for that. But yeah, I would work on your SEO for a little bit, just so you can toss out a wider net. I would dial in your branding just a little bit. And besides that, I really think that you are on the right path. Let me check something else out real quick. 30 more playlists. Yeah, so you're adding a bunch of playlists on a regular basis. Where did that go? Yeah, so keep doing what you're doing, and you're fine. You know, I actually want to look and see something real quick, and see your general. Guys, if you are just coming into this stream, just so you know, we are doing you know, some channel reviews. We're checking out people's channels. If you are getting your channel reviewed, or if you're not getting your channel reviewed, then definitely still stay and watch. And the reason for that is because when I'm reviewing someone else's channel, you might get some information that can help you with your channel as well. So make sure that you are sticking around for that. Okay, so your monthly numbers have dropped last month. Mine did too, so that's not a big deal. You know, that's part of the ride, as you know. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Yeah, regular subscribers coming in. Yeah, the most important thing that I would recommend for you is, you know, because you're kind of going like this, but you need, in my opinion, you need to cast out just a little bit of a wider net so that you can try to reach people that might be searching for other things that are still related to what it is that you're talking about. Just to pull in new, more new people. But yeah, besides that, I definitely think that you're on the right path. So I would keep doing, what you're doing with the addition of the things that I recommended. All right, next on the list. And real quick, since we're doing this, does anybody have any questions about anything that I just went over on her channel? Let's see here. How do I know if our channel's on the list to be reviewed? Right now, basically how this works is the super chats go to the very front of the line. So as the super chats come in, then they go to the very front of the line because, they're contributing also, and because of that, that automatically gets them a position at the front of the line. Once that is finished, then depending on how much time that we have, because right now we're an hour and 30 minutes in, so depending on, once the super chats are finished, then I may do, if there's enough time, I may do like a, hey, share this on Twitter for, whatever, and I'll just pick a random person or something like that. But that all depends on the time. But to start, I focus on the super chats because they're contributing, to what's going on. So I try to get to them, first. Josh's drum class. Okay, let's see, Josh, what do you got? Joshua Crawford. 1,300 subscribers, play like the pros, the ultimate guide to gospel drum licks, live at new church, live stream announcement, the ultimate guide to gospel drum licks, plays, the ultimate guide. You guys' favorite videos, okay, for your community, other people's stuff that you're liking, that's good. Backing up the preacher with some chops. Okay, first thing is on your playlists, make sure, hey, is that one of my backgrounds from the VIP area? Very cool. Nice to see that on there, by the way. Yeah, in your playlists, keep in mind when you make these playlists, these can rank just like videos can. They're usually harder to rank, but you can definitely rank playlists as well. So you need to optimize for that. So right here, you're just leaving the playlist as a indicator of what's going on your channel. But what you want to do is you want to go into the settings for this playlist, and you also want to fill out a description for the playlist as well. So basically you're saying it's quick lessons. Instead of just saying quick lessons, since you are focusing on drums, it looks like, then you want to focus that on quick drum lessons. And then you want to fill out the description, your description for your playlist with keyword rich language that is also suggestive to quick drum lessons, right? So first, that's the first thing that you should do. Thumbnails is the second thing, because again, you guys can see this is becoming like a common thing, right? With the thumbnails, again, this is you want to do something with your thumbnails that connects everything. So if somebody's on your video page, Angie, thank you, Nick, so much. I appreciate the review. I love the wider net idea and the branding suggestions. Thank you again sincerely. Angie, my pleasure. Thank you. Hey, and I still want to do a collaboration with you too. I think what you're doing is fantastic. So we need to continue that conversation as well. If you're still interested, if not, that's totally cool. That's cool. But if you are still interested in that, let me know, and we can try to work something out as well. But yeah, like on your thumbnails, like what you're doing here, like we're live jamming. This is cool, right? Because it's basically making the reference in all of those, what it is that you're doing. But on the other ones, there's nothing else connecting you, right? So like if somebody's watching one of your videos, I'm going to say this again, if you're just for the people that are just coming into, no, definitely not kidding. We were talking about that before. I don't know if you remember or not, but we were talking about that before. And I think because you're doing something very helpful and it's working, I think, and I'm talking to Angie, because you're doing something helpful and it's working, I would love to have you on just because I guarantee you there's people that are watching my channel that are also, dealing with that. So, it would be my pleasure to help you, get some more exposure to your cause. I think that'd be fantastic. Okay. Joshua Crawford, we are back on you. So basically the idea with this, guys, for the people that are just coming in is if somebody is watching one of your videos, right? Like here, live at the new church, you want to make it as clear as possible and easy to understand as possible. I should just make a video for this that I just play so that I can just like drink coffee while it plays. But you want to make it as easy as possible for your viewers to recognize your stuff when it comes up here in the sidebar. You want them to recognize your stuff when your video ends and they have suggested videos here. And you want your viewers to be able to recognize your videos when it comes up on your homepage. Because here's the thing with YouTube, people like certain content, right? So there's people that watch my videos that when they come up on the homepage, they're like, hey, this is great. Nick just had a new upload. I'm going to go in and watch it. Or, hey, Nick's live right now, so I'm going to go in and watch it, right? So you want to make it to where they can identify at a glance as soon as they see one of your thumbnails anywhere on YouTube or in their email that they know that it's yours. So if they're into your stuff, then they can click it and go to your videos and watch your videos. Now, another thing is your video tags. You're not using any tags in your videos. Also, live at New Church, you definitely want to work on your search engine optimization because you want to, even though you're just saying, the types of videos that you're making, you want to definitely work on your titles. Your descriptions, I would definitely fill those out a little bit more because, they give you a lot of characters down there, and the reason for that is because, they want you to use them. They want you to describe what's going on in your video. So definitely use that. Definitely use tags in your video. Your channel tags, I would definitely add more tags to your channel about doing drum teaching and things like that. And also like with your Josh's drum class, that looks cool. It basically says what it is that you do, but I would also try to make that a little bit more specific if you can. But if not, that totally works. So you're good there because Josh's drum class is extremely clear, at least it is to me, that you are doing drum, that you're teaching drum stuff in some way. As long as that's what you're doing, then you are definitely on the right path there. But yeah, dial in your thumbs, definitely work on your search engine optimization. If you're not familiar with search engine optimization or what that is, just hop in the search bar and type in like how to rank videos for search. We'll just do YouTube on YouTube because that's what the autocomplete is. And then you'll see a bunch of videos that come up out of this list right here. I would make sure that you watch the Brian Dean video because he knows what he's talking about. Make sure that you watch the Video Influencers video because they know what they're talking about. For the other people on here, really the YT Advise guy, he obviously knows what he's talking about too because he's in the #1 spot for that. But yeah, for the other ones on here, I can't really vouch for him. Oh, and Roberto Blake, he's on here too. He definitely knows what he's talking about. But for the other people, I don't know them, so I can't recommend them. And Sold With Video, he knows what he's talking about too. And Brian G. Johnson, I know him, he knows what he's talking about. But for everybody that I didn't mention, I can't vouch for them. They might know what they're talking about, they might not. They might lead you in the wrong direction, they might lead you in the right direction. But for sure, Brian G. Johnson, Sold With Video, Brian Dean, Video Influencers, follow their advice on how to rank videos. I also have some videos on my channel about that too. Okay. Next on the list, the Vlog Guru. It'd mean a lot if you would loom at my channel. I'm gonna assume that loom means look. Okay. Brand new videos every Monday, Thursday. First off, very cool looking header. Totally dig it. You say brand new videos every Monday and Thursday, but you're not saying the type of videos that you make. So as me, somebody that just came to your channel and I see that, I have no idea what type of videos that you make. Of course, if I scroll down the page, then I do see it, but you want to make it extremely clear at a glance as soon as they land on your channel page, the type of videos that you make. Vlog trailer, vlogging, best camera for YouTube. Do you love vlogging, do you love? I would also work on your channel tags because like, do you love vlogging, question mark, explanation, like those. Yeah, I would totally, do you love vlogging? Yeah, like that stuff, I would redo your channel tags for sure. Your thumbnails, definitely on the right path. Kind of, they're actually similar to the stuff that that I'm doing on mine also. It's a good taste. Let's see here. Oh, you've only been going for like 3 weeks. Cool. Just getting started. Okay, same thing goes. Okay, so you are doing your thumbnails with the big text on them. Totally cool, totally works. I can vouch that that is extremely effective. The one thing that I would change is this one right here where it's just your face on it. That's cool. But I would make all of those match across the board, how you're doing your text, because how you're doing your text, it is unique, you know what I mean? And it stands out, it grabs attention. So I would definitely take that text and put it there too. If you can put your face on there, then that's another bonus, right? That is totally another bonus, because then they can connect with how you are styling your text and how you're structuring that side of your thumbnail, and they see your face on there. So both of those are solid. And real quick, guys, I'm going to jump in here and
hey guys,
while
next stream I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make.
And while I'm going here, I'm just going to hop in here and I'm just going to answer some questions. If you guys have so far, if you guys have any questions on what I've recommended to everyone so far, let me know just so I can clarify things if you have any questions or anything like that. Because the part of doing this review series is basically, or the review part of these live reviews is doing this part of it, because, you know, I know a lot of people are struggling with stuff. They need help. They can't afford my regular consulting. So, or they're just not interested in regular consulting, but they just want a quick glance at their channel. So that's totally cool. And because of that, I enjoy doing this part of it. I also don't, I don't just work with anybody either for my consulting stuff. So doing it this way is a fantastic way to do it. So I really enjoy this part of it. But the reason that I do this is to help you guys. So if you have any questions about any of the stuff that I recommend, let me know. Hey Nick, what do you think about the 10-minute mark? Does the 10-minute mark promote your vid? And how should I use that if I make a 9-minute video, not talking about ads, only about promotion? Here's the thing with the Explore list, I see you. I will get to you here in a second. Let me answer this question, then I'll get back on the review so I can start going through some of these also, because I have to get to Wendy and another one also. On the 10-minute video mark, here's the thing, is it's not necessarily you're ranked strictly because you have a 10-minute video, right? It's you're ranked because of the amount of watch time that your 10-minute video gets. So let's say, for example, that you have a 10-minute video, but every single person that watches your video only watches a minute of it, then you're gonna get outranked by a 3-minute video where everybody watches 3 minutes or 2 minutes of that video, right? You know, with all of the other things involved, you know, as far as, you know, like if you're getting engagement and all of that as well. But as far as watch time specifically is concerned, if we're breaking it down to that, since you asked a question about time, then basically that 10-minute video, the whole idea and the whole reason that longer videos usually rank better, or sometimes rank better, I should say, because I have some short videos that crush it. But the reason for that is because if you have a 3-minute video and you get a 100% watch time, right, on a 3-minute video, then no matter how good that video does, you're only getting 3 minutes watch time per viewer. But if you have a 10-minute video and all of the other metrics are the same, your engagement's the same, your positioning in the search is the same, your views are the same, all of that, then if somebody only watches 50% of your video, then you're still getting 5 minutes average watch time on that one, but overall you're accumulating 2 minutes on average more watch time per viewer with somebody watching 50% than you would on a 3-minute video of somebody watching, or a 5-minute video of somebody watching 2 minutes of a 5-minute video. So that's where the number thing comes in, as far as, the actual, 9 minutes or 10 minutes or how long should I make my video for. The most important thing is that you dial in how long people are watching for, where they're dropping off, try to figure out why they're dropping off of your videos so that you can get people watching for longer. Because YouTube specifically says, you know, and I'm quoting here, that YouTube rewards videos who keep viewers watching longer, right? So if you have a 10-minute video and they're only watching for 3 minutes, it's not gonna matter. But if you have a 5-minute video and they're watching for 4, then you're gonna have a better chance of outranking that 10-minute video because they're not holding viewers as long as you can. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so next one on the list here. Ken is awesome. Take a look at my channel. I'm Portuguese and my content is in Portuguese, but hey, maybe you'll notice something wrong that I don't. Well, give it a shot. Okay. Man. Yeah, man, the Portuguese thing. Like right now, I have no idea what this says, so I don't know if it's... What's going on, AliX? Nice to see you in here, man. I don't know if this is telling them exactly what's going on, like the type of content that it is that you offer on your channel. So I'm not for sure. Vlogger, no problem, man. I'm happy I could help. Yeah, your thumbnails, they look cool. Okay, now here's something that I want to point out, guys. How I mentioned the importance of people recognizing your thumbnails, right? If you look at his, right, we're going to compare these two playlists because this one down here is a little bit different. So I would try to make these more similar to these. But okay, if you're watching his videos, even though it's not at a glance, and personally I wouldn't do it this way, but what he's doing is his style is exactly the same on both of these playlists. And he has like the cutout, right? The same exact way, his text, he's doing the same exact way on these two playlists, even though he doesn't have a logo on there, right? On these two playlists, they're still the same. They're done in the same style. So people are more likely to recognize this, even though it's not the same exact color as this. However, if it was me personally, I would take this as close to that as I possibly could. And like, instead of having it as the black, maybe I would do like because you have like a gradient of, you know, the dark orange going into the light orange. Maybe I would reverse that for another playlist, or maybe take it to a non-zero sum game. What's going on? Nice to see you, man. But you know, maybe do a reverse version of that, or maybe like another tone that's close to the orange, but it's still a different color. So you're making that separation. That's the main thing that I would recommend. And for the other ones down here, I would definitely dial those in to make them more similar too. Okay, and you're showing your face, and you're not afraid to show your face, so I would put your face on more thumbnails too. Like on all of your thumbnails, I would try to throw your face in there so that people can make that connection as well. Yeah, I can't make a recommendation on your channel tags because I can't understand them. Let's see here. Your video description or your about me description, I would definitely fill that out a little bit more. Again, because I don't know what it says, I can't fully advise you on that, but I would definitely add more to that. Because here's the thing, guys, in case you don't know this already, I'm going to just pull up a general search here on YouTube. When you are doing your descriptions on your about page for your channels, like what happens is, let's do a search here, guys. Give me a term to search for. Just say something, just so I can pull it up, just so I'm not, you know, just so I'm not biased in what I search for. Anything. Let's see here. Anybody? Anybody? Search topic. Search topic. Virtual reality. Okay, there we go. Third brother, virtual reality is the topic. Let's go. Virtual reality. Okay, so I type in virtual reality, right? And I see here at the top, virtual reality, YouTube's official VR channel. Okay, so what happens when I hover over their channel page, right, or their channel icon, is it shows me a shot of their header. It shows me their channel name, their subscribe icon, to where if I wanted to subscribe right now, I could. And it also shows me description text, right? So it's really important that when you're filling out your description text, and for everybody that's watching this, it's really important that when you're filling out your description text that you keep this box in mind, because people use this to decide if they're actually going to click in your channel, so that they know more information about your channel before they actually have to click into it. So keep that in mind. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next one. Yeah, I wish I could help you out more, man, on this, but because of the language thing, that's the best that I got for you. I hope that you know, you at least got a little bit out of that. But that's all I got for you right now. And same thing with your description here on your video. Same idea. Fill that out just a little bit more too. Okay. Next on the list is Wendy. New channel banner, rip it apart. Oh, I'm gonna rip it. I'm gonna rip it, Wendy. I'm coming for you. You know, I actually saw that you changed this already, by the way. Making our lives go from this to this. Okay, I understand the reference. I'm gonna be hard on you here because, you know, I'm being honest. It's my job, right? If I don't help people out, if I'm not honest, then, you know. Okay, so making our lives go from this to this, you're making a reference. I do think it's clever. However, it's not clear. It's something that they have to think about, right? So basically, you want to take the process. The same thing goes, guys, when you are asking people to subscribe to your channel. You want to tell them why. When you're telling people to comment, you don't want to just say comment on my videos. You want to give them a reason to comment. The same exact things. It's really important that you make things as easy as possible for viewers. You want to take the thought out of everything with your channel, right? I mean, you don't want it to be a stupid channel, but you know what I'm getting at. Like for the people that come to your channel, you want to make everything as clear and easy to understand as possible. So making our lives go from this to this, it's clever. I understand that you're going from frustrated to happy, but if I was coming in here just to play devil's advocate, let's say that I took it as from bad hair to good looking hair, right? Because in this one, right, you're making like a frustrated face, but your hair looks completely different from here. So I could take that. I could assume that you mean that you're going from bad hair that you're not happy with to hair that you're really happy with. So instead of saying that you're making, you know, this particular type of content that you're making, it could all be about hair, right? Could be how I could perceive that. So for your header, like just make it more clear. Try to make it as clear as you possibly as clear as you possibly can. So hopefully that was helpful. Was that helpful? I see Wendy. Hey, if you have any questions on that, Wendy, or if you're having trouble, Wendy, yes, okay. If you're having any trouble with that, just hit me up on Facebook or an email, and I can go into that a little bit more with you, no problem at all. Just hit me up and let me know if you're thinking of something that you want to do with it or whatever. Just hit me up and I'll give you a heads up on it if you want. Okay, so next we are going for Think Unboxing. Okay, we do video, all our video in 4K. We do good thumbnail. We share on social media. We upload every day. We use TubeBuddy for SEO. What is next?
Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and others.
Oh, cool. I see you're going for the whole unboxing thing, right? The whole unboxing review style. Okay, your thumbnails definitely. Your thumbnails are probably recognizable to you because, and this is going to sound kind of weird, but your thumbnails are probably recognizable to you because you're making them. But for somebody that is not familiar with your content, especially after looking at your header and the style of your header, your thumbnails, to me, there's no connection to what's going on. So, like I see sometimes you use the same text, other times you don't. Sometimes you have like a full photo. Sometimes it's just something on a white background. Yeah, it's not dialed in yet. Like they might be interesting thumbnails, but there's nothing connecting these to you. And like this, for example, right? You have just a car interior and you have explained. Right? Like for me, because I'm a visual browser, right? When I go through YouTube, I usually don't read titles. That's the type of person that I am. It's how my brain works. It's why I do graphics and video and stuff like that, right? So when I'm cruising around YouTube and I'm looking at thumbnails, I would see this car interior and explained, and I would think, what, they're explaining a car interior? Like, you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't even be, like there would be nothing there for me to make me want to click on that. So for your thumbnails, right, I see what you're doing is you're trying to continue the story of your title, which is good, and you can use thumbnails in that way. But you still want to make the text. If you're going to put text on your thumbnail, you want to make it clear what it is that you are talking about. So like on this one where you just have explained, I would say what you're explaining, right? So you have car LED lights, interior RGB color changing kit with remote and whatever. For that, I would change it to something like car LED lights explained, if you're explaining them. Like if you're just doing a review, you're not really explaining anything. You're just trying to get hype. And if you're just trying to get hype and you're explaining it, let's find out.
You don't have no idea of the price of this. Maybe this is with some silicone even do it. So it's so.
Yeah, so maybe you would be better instead of doing explained. Maybe you would be better off instead of doing explained if you did reviewed. Right? Like car interior lights reviewed. Review of car interior lights or something like that. That would probably be a better way to roll with this particular thing than putting explained on your thumbnail, because it's kind of, one, it's extremely vague. Your thumbnail is extremely vague and it doesn't really explain what's going on, the irony. But the second thing is you're saying that you're explaining something, but you're reviewing something. So like for me, and we all think of things differently, and it's not bad that you're doing it, and the way that I do it might not be correct as far as how I'm getting ready to say this, but like for me, when I think of explained, I think of you're explaining how car LED lights work. But what's happening is on your channel, it looks like you're more like you're doing a review. Yeah, you are. Car lights, RGB color changing kit with remote and waterproof review. So what you're doing is you're reviewing this, but you're vaguely saying that if I were to read this, I'm just telling you how I would perceive it. I would perceive that as you're basically explaining how LED lights work. So I would make that a little bit more clear, and for your overall branding for your thumbs, I would definitely dial that in. And just as a heads up, man, like your header looks cool. I would spread it out, so the white covers all of it, but your header looks cool. Your logo looks, it looks cool. So I would take that style and I would put it on your thumbnails. At the very, very least, what I would do, at the very least, if you're gonna do your thumbs like you're doing them, at the very, very least, I would put a little triangle, right? Like a little diagonal thing up here in the corner. And I would, because you use a light bulb with a play button on it, which is pretty clever. So I would put a little thing up here in the corner, and then I would put your light bulb with a play button on it up there. So then even if nothing else matches, they can at least identify your stuff from that little branding frame. So that's my recommendations for you. Now we are going to go into Explore List. Would love some feedback on my channel. If you have time today, I focus on travel and in particular tips and sharing my experiences as a remote worker traveling the world. We should hang out because I'm totally into all of those things. Okay. I live in Thailand, just in case you don't know. Explore List. Yeah, I'm up in Chiang Mai. I see you are here exploring Lumpini Park. Nice. So you're in Thailand. Are you in Thailand now? Chao River. Oh, yeah. Okay. You go to Malaysia. Europe. Oh, okay, you're all over the place. 3 days ago, you're in Bangkok. Hey, dude, if you make it to Chiang Mai, is Chiang Mai on your list? Yes, the massages are great in Thailand, Rob. Cheap too, like $10. $10 gets you like an hour for a massage here in Thailand. Yeah, Explore List. Are you in Chiang Mai by any chance, or are you planning to come to Chiang Mai? Not at the moment, but maybe. Cheap flights, I suspect. Okay, well, if you do make it here, send me a message inside, or just send me a message on Twitter, so just to make sure that I don't miss it, and we'll grab a coffee and we can talk YouTube. Just as a side thing, I'm gonna go over your channel right now too, but I just like to connect with other people that are here. So if you ever make it to Chiang Mai, I've been here for a decade in Thailand, so. Unless something happens with the visa or something like that, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So, definitely look me up before you come up here and we can grab some coffee. Okay, for you, Explore List, Dream, Discover, Explore. Okay, that's good. I think that, one, your header is extremely clean. It's clear. that you're doing travel stuff with a passport, the world, symbology, explore list, you know, the name. I like your tagline on there, but somewhere I would also say specifically, I would spell out that you make travel videos. Whoa, look at that. Dale or Gord or whoever's in here, I would please ban that big, oh, there you go, you got it, thank you. But yeah, like you have Dream, Discover, Explore, which is awesome, but somewhere maybe like a little side blurb over here, I would say something like, you know, travel videos every, you know, or travel tips or something like that, like Dream, Discover, Explore, and then just somewhere I would do, you know, the world's best travel tips, or, you know, even be sensational if you want, you know, world's best travel tips or something along those lines, to where it's clear that you're doing travel video or travel tips at a glance, and that you're not just a vlogger. Because, you know, somebody could see this and just think that, oh, hey, well, he's just somebody that's running around town, you know, talking about, you know, what he's eating for the day, to where you're actually providing more value by giving tips, you know, of things that you're doing. So I would definitely make that a highlight somewhere. Lumpini Park, Bangkok Park. Okay, another thing too, actually, hold on, let me scroll down. Okay, another thing on your channel tags. Right now, your channel tags, you have like Lumpini Park, Bangkok Park. I would lose that one because you're trying to go travel specific. So Park, you don't want that association really, because you're doing more travel stuff. So make all of your tags specific to travel. Bangkok Park, Bangkok would work. Lumpini Park, Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, so all of your travel keywords here for your channel keywords are about Thailand specifically, but your actual playlists are, you know, from all over the world. So I would make your channel tags more geared towards travel instead of going, you know, location specific. I mean, of course you want, you know, Thailand travel, you want Europe travel, you know, things like that. But right now, all of your channel tags, from what I'm seeing here, are all focused on Bangkok only, and Thailand, Bangkok and Thailand. So, so because you cover other destinations, I would definitely focus on putting those in there as well. Okay, same thing with your thumbnails. You're on the right path. How you have your picture here in your thumbnails, I would do that. I would put that cartoon in every single one of your thumbnails, because that is the connection that people will make. So if they're watching your, you know, Exploring Asia video, and then you pop up over here in the sidebar, that face right there, like you cannot overlook that. So what you're doing right there with that is fantastic, and that's exactly what you want. So just do more of that on all of your other thumbnails as well. Let's see here. Wat Po, Bangkok. Wat Po, Bangkok, Thailand, exploring Wat Po, Buddha Temple, reclining travel, Thai Buddhism, Torum, Asia. Okay. Okay. Another thing too, just as a quick side note, and then I'm going to go on to another one, is in your tags, you're going for, like, you're spreading your net wide, which is okay in some cases. Like if you put travel in there, that's cool. But like your video title is Walk Around Wat Po, Bangkok, right? So I would focus all of your tags, with the exception of maybe just a couple other identifiers, like, you know, travel or Thailand, you know, travel, Thailand, Bangkok. And then I would focus everything around phrases that people are looking for around Wat Po. So for, you know, for your future uploads, I would definitely do that as well.
Wat Po is the royal.
Okay, so hopefully that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, just you know, let me know. You can ask on Twitter, whatever, any questions related to what I just said. If you know, need clarification on anything or whatever, just let me know. Okay, real quick, any of you guys have any questions from what I've gone over so far? My daughter and I can discuss self-improvement books. Can you check our channel? Not growing very fast. Hold on, I have to get through the super chat ones first. And right now we're at 2 hours, so we're actually over what I planned by an hour, actually. Rob some knowledge, booking a flight to Thailand for a cheap massage. Nice. Let's see here. Very helpful, thank you. My pleasure, man. Yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. Let's see here. How to come up with ideal video titles if you're vlogging various topics daily. Too many topics to cover in a simple title. Just focus on one. If you have too many topics to focus on a single title, think of what is most important for you and what's the most important part of your vlog that they see, and maybe what is the first things that you go over in your vlog, and focus your keyword or all of your SEO around that. And then let your other content, come at the back end of that, so that you basically deliver the information that they came for up front, and then they go into the rest of your content. Or if you can plan it out a little bit, then like when you're actually recording your vlogs and the things you're going to do that day or the things you're going to talk about, you could also do it to where you start with your normal vlog, but during that normal vlog you could say, hey, here coming up in just a minute, we're going to be talking about, whatever topic it is that you're going for, so that you're kind of, keeping those open loops going for the sake of viewer retention, to keep them watching longer. So I hope that answered your question. Oh, that's actually, okay, you have a thing here. So I'll be checking out your channel here in a minute. So we will get there on that. Okay. Superboy videos, please review mine. Okay, header, Superboy videos, unboxing, tech reviews, gadget reviews, 15 facts videos. Okay, first, good job on the header. That is, being that clear is a very good thing. I see that you have facts videos, and I'm going to check right now, because if your facts videos are not tech related, I would recommend not doing them unless they're tech related. But here, give me 1 second. Let me do a quick glance. Okay, another thing that I would recommend, because you are stacking your playlist vertically, which is cool, but I would do some of them horizontally as well. And the reason for that is because even though they can see more videos this way, you can see the different types of content faster if you're going with a horizontal grid instead of a vertical grid for all of your playlists. And feel free to break it up, do some horizontal, some vertical, but you get less scroll time for the people that are checking out your channel to see what you have to offer. You'll have less scroll time if your playlists are horizontal. Like on a big screen, it's not that big of a deal, but on a screen that's a lot smaller, it's going to increase the scroll rate, or the amount of time they have to scroll, and because of that, people are going to get bored. They're going to be like, you know what, I'll just go watch something over in my subscriptions instead. You know what I mean? So you want to make it as easy as possible for people to get through your content and see what it is that you have on offer. Mina says, at the Creator Day Academy, YouTube said they preferred vertical playlists. At the Creator Day Academy, YouTube said they preferred. Yeah, that's cool, but what I'm talking about is, but I have better success with horizontal ones. Yeah, that's cool, and if they refer that, or if they prefer that, then that's cool, and do some that way. But what I'm talking about is just general usability, right? Because the vertical playlist does show that they have, it shows an extra video compared to the horizontal playlist, but with the vertical playlist, you have to go through a lot more stuff in order to see the different types of content if you are doing playlists, and that's why it's important. But mixing it up is cool, but it just makes it easier to consume, or easier to see what's going on if they are horizontal. Okay, so your tricks you must know. Player, top 10 secret things, 7 hidden features of MX Player, Superboy videos. I'm not sure. Oh, Superboy videos, that's you. Okay, got it. Yeah, your thumbnails, your stuff is for the most part recognizable as yours because of your You know, the little sidebar thing that you have, which is cool. Your face is in a lot of them, which is cool. Intex is a company which is known for its budget phones. Let's see our budget for these. Features. Okay. Yeah, so in your situation too, like you definitely want to work on your SEO a little bit and just focus everything in, right? Because you're spreading out a lot in your tags. Like just talking about 3G as one of your tags. Like you're definitely diluting your SEO by what you're doing with your tags, because you're just throwing in a bunch of stuff that's like loosely related to phones instead of being specific about the 4G VoLTE phone, which is what it looks like is your main thing that you're going for. So if you're going for, you know, the 4G VoLTE phone, then I would focus everything around that and not necessarily top phones, 3G, 4G phones. You know, not that. I would focus everything that you're doing around the 4G VoLTE phone. So that is my suggestion there. And now we are going to go to family on drugs. that's a search engine. Okay. Very good question. Amplified car audio. SEO stands for search engine optimization. And basically, search engine optimization is this. YouTube is a search engine just like Google is. So when people go to your YouTube, or when people go to YouTube and they search for things, then there's things that you do inside of your information that you provide to YouTube in order to tell YouTube what your video is about, so that they can serve the people that are looking for it your video. So basically, in a nutshell, to demystify search engine optimization, basically all it is you are basically saying, through the information that you put in, you're basically saying, YouTube, this is what my video is about. This is what my video is focused on. This is the topics I'm covering in my video. So I'm going to optimize everything for that particular topic or around that particular topic, and hopefully you will serve it to your viewers in the search results. That's all search engine optimization is in a nutshell. Okay, family on drugs. New vlogs every day. Okay, cool. Looks like family vlogs, since family vlogs is the thing, even though your name is family on drugs. I would do new family vlogs every day, just for that immediate connection with people that are into family vlogs. We are a family on drugs. Let's see here. Yeah, just the name, I keep laughing. Like, I'm not sure, you know, it might even be a serious thing, and I apologize if so, but because it says family on drugs, I think of like, you know, like a family like sitting around on drugs. Like, I don't know what the reference is, but that's why I say that. Okay, so thumbs, very clear to see what it is that you're doing. McDonald's is the fastest, toothpick food. Okay, I already covered what you were talking about with the titles, so I won't mention that. But yeah, thumbs are solid. We already talked about your titles. I would make that small adjustment to your channel header. Your channel tags, it's totally clear what it is that you are going after, which is good. Your playlist, because you make a lot of videos, and this is important, guys, because you make a lot of videos, and I'll be honest, like, I don't keep up on this as much as I should, just because I'm uploading more these days, and I don't think about it as much as I should, but it's good practice, so I try to, but I just haven't worked it into my schedule. But you want to, I'm human too, right? But you want to add a new playlist. Like if you're doing daily uploads, then I would add a new playlist like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. And the reason for that is because over time, your playlist, you know, will come up in different places, you know, it'll rank. And it creates a new URL for YouTube. So it's essentially like you're making a new video for YouTube when you create a new playlist. So that's why it's important to create new playlists on a regular basis.
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. This is...
I'm also going to check out one other thing before we move on. Yeah, you're putting your descriptions in. And one thing also, like you have your mom talk by Eliza. Like on this, once you get, you know, a few more of these videos in there, like because playlists can rank in search, you also want to optimize your titles and stuff. You know what's funny, guys? When we were just in here like answering questions and talking, this room got up to like 130 something people, but like when we're talking about stuff that's like really helpful, then people bail, right? That's the funny thing about YouTube is a lot of people, they want like push button stuff like, hey, what button can I push to all of a sudden get views? And what button can I push to all of a sudden, you know, get more watch time and stuff like that? But it's funny, we dropped down to 83 people and this is like, you know, this is like serious stuff that can really help a channel, and people aren't interested. I think it's funny. Okay. But yeah, what I was going to say is you want to optimize your playlist as well, because playlists, as long as you optimize them, they can rank in search as well. So you also want to make sure that you optimize your playlist just like you do your vlogs or your vlog videos. Yeah, so that's my recommendations to you. So if you have any questions on those, just let me know. And I saw another one come in too, so I will get to that one as well. And real quick, I'm also going to answer any questions. If any of you guys have any questions on any of that stuff that I just went over before we get on to the Cullinator, let me know. How do you make a horizontal playlist? Excellent question. Okay, to make a horizontal playlist, you go into your channel page. I'm actually going to show you. Yeah, you can see my screen. Okay, you're going to go up into. I'm going to point to it here just so you can see where I'm going. You want to go up into your. No, you don't. You don't go up there. I'm sorry. You go into your channel page, right? On my channel. And then if your playlist is vertical on your channel page, all you have to do when you hover over your playlist, you're going to see a little pencil pop up right over here in the corner on the right. You just click on that pencil, and then it'll give you the option right here. It has content, layout, choose a playlist, right? You want to just basically, under layout, you just click where it normally says horizontal row or normal says vertical, depending on what you're changing. Then you just click that to change it, and then you hit done, and then it will change it for that. So that's how you do that. Yeah, excellent question, by the way. Okay, so it's hard to rationalize volume of people. I'm not sure what that reference was to. Nick finally made it to your live stream. You're awesome, man. Review stop, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it bunches. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'm actually, while we're in here, I'm going to see real quick if we've crossed the 23,000 yet. I don't think so, because we still need, nope, we have just a little bit more that we have to get. Almost to 23,000 subscribers, guys. Pretty awesome. Pretty excited about that. Okay, let's see here. Thank you, Nick. How do you add channel tags? You add channel tags by going up into, let me go here, going up into your Creator Studio right here, and then you go down to Channel. Once you click on Channel, then you go down to Advanced, and when you click on Advanced, then you're going to see something that says Channel Keywords. So to the right of Channel Keywords, you're going to see an empty box if you don't have any channel tags. So you basically you type in your channel tags there, and basically whatever phrases it is that relate to your channel, you put a little comma in between each one, just like you're tagging a video, and then that's where you get your channel tags. Hey, and real quick, guys, just as a heads up, I have, let's see here, I have a link down in the description to TubeBuddy. And if you guys are not familiar with TubeBuddy, I'm going to be live streaming there also starting next week, or starting at the beginning week of April, which is really next week. But it might be the second week. I'm not sure. We're still working on an exact date. But make sure that you head over to TubeBuddy's YouTube page as well. But I have a link to TubeBuddy down in the description below if you're not familiar with the browser plugin. It's an amazing tool that can help you learn how to rank for videos and things like that. But I'm going to be live streaming there once a month to start. coming up here this month. So if you are into these live streams and you want to learn how to do different things, like on their channel, the first one that I'm doing, we've already got the topic lined out. That video or that live stream is going to be about ways that you can increase the user engagement on your videos. So if that's something that interests you and something that you want to do, then make sure that you head over there and to the TubeBuddy YouTube channel and subscribe to them. All you have to do is just type in TubeBuddy in the search bar, and then they're going to pop up at the very first result. Maybe depending on on your user history, they might come up somewhere else, but they're going to be within the first few results there for you. But if you want to check out the actual browser plugin, I have a link for that down in the description below, and I highly recommend it because it can be a game changer, especially if you're new to search engine optimization and things like that, because it's, like the foodie feed just said, oh yes, thank you for introducing me to FoodBuddy. Explore list, TubeBuddy is great, just started using it a couple weeks ago. Love TubeBuddy, says Family on Drugs. Love TubeBuddy, it's an awesome tool, says Geeks Life. Get TubeBuddy, it's amazing. Yeah, so you see right there what is going on. So if you see what's going on there, you see that it can definitely help you out. But I have a link to that in the description if you want that. Okay, let's see here. Bye, catch you later, family brunch. Hey, have a good time, Mina. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And I'm also looking forward to our collaboration. You have a fantastic brunch with the family. What do you like to watch, Nick? Melody, I like to watch other YouTube gurus because, I just like to watch them just to kind of analyze what it is that they're doing and try to figure out, okay, well, for the ones that I don't know, try to figure out like, okay, well, they're talking about this and how are they referencing that into, into their funnels and all of that to try to figure out, how they're setting everything up on the business side of it. In addition to that, I like to watch SciShow. I like to watch Vsauce. I go to my subscriber channels a lot and I'll check out, like the people that are subscribed to my channel. I'll go if I'm like just sitting around and I'm in that mood, you know what I mean? Like I'm in that mood to where I'm like, well, I don't really know what I want to watch, but I kind of want to watch something new that I haven't seen before. Then I'll go into my subscriptions and I'll see, the people that are subscribed, and then I'll just start right clicking on channels and then, for opening new tabs. And then I'll just randomly watch, other people's stuff to see if I can get into some other new content as well. But for the most part, like educational stuff, how-to stuff, and other, YouTube help type channels. I specifically, when I'm on YouTube, I use it mainly as a learning tool. So, like science stuff, just general education stuff, how-to stuff, YouTube stuff, things like that. Okay, let's see here. Should tags just be, okay, Grandpa's Place asked the question, should tags just be what the video is about, or should you include general tags about your channel in all of your videos? Okay, Grandpa's Place, you want to include your personal channel tags. So for you would include Grandpa's Place as 2 words. You would include Grandpa's Place as 1 word as well. If you are tagging your videos, let's say that you're making your videos about, I'm not sure what you make your videos about, but let's say that you're making your videos about like audio recorders, right? Then in that case, you could also, like, let's say you're doing like a Zoom H4n audio recorder review, right? Then you could go for audio recorder, Zoom H4n audio recorder review. And without researching the topics, I'm just kind of spitballing these just to give you an idea. But Zoom H4n, and then you could also do side things that are related to it, but very specifically talk about what it is that you're talking about, so it's still related to your video. So in addition to that, you might do like audio recording gear, or something along those lines, to where it's not specific to Zoom H4n audio recorder, but it's still making the reference to recording equipment, recording gear, that kind of stuff. And in addition to that, you put in your actual channel as well, and that can also help. In some cases, that can help you actually come up in your own related videos more as well when you use your own channel name. TubeBuddy is not available right now for phones. I think that they are working on an app, but right now it is not available for phones. The fruit in Chiang Mai, Tony Kale. The fruit in Chiang Mai is delicious. I love eating dragon fruit here. Really good. No fishing, says Alex. You know, what's funny is I was actually thinking of saying fishing, but I didn't. Okay, any tips on best publishing times without months of trial and error? Here's the thing, on my channel and on all of the clients that I help with their channels, the publishing times vary. And for me, personally, my publishing times, I usually get the best results on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I'm trying to work myself into Mondays as well, but right now Wednesdays and Saturdays are my best results. So because of that, that's when I publish the most. But here's something that you can do. Like, and like you said, you don't want to spend, you know, months of trial and error. But what I do with every video is I basically take screenshots of it. I was going to show you a folder, but it's not necessary. Is I take screenshots of it after 1 hour, just so I can say, okay, well, you know, I uploaded this on Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the morning, my time, and this is where I'm at in about an hour, right? And then I'll take another screenshot in about a week, just so that I know the reference there, and usually one more in a month. And then that gives me like a general life cycle of that video. But here's the thing that you need to keep in mind when it comes to upload times. What's most important is that you are like titling your videos right and things like that. Upload time does matter because it starts the view velocity on your videos, right? Like the rate of people coming into your videos. But at the end of the day, you want to go for search rankings. And of course, you know, that view velocity also helps with your search rankings. So, you know, it does matter, but the exact time is going to drastically vary, you know, based on your specific audience. So let's say that you are targeting people that are in America, for example. Like if that's the primary crowd that you're going for, like if you're doing dog dad, oh, okay, I looked at your channel the other day. Okay, so like in your case, if you are targeting people in America, right, then it would be good practice to upload a video early in the morning, America time, so that you can catch people when they're, you know, when they're waking up, checking their phones, when they're, you know, waiting for the bus to go to school, or they're waiting for school to start and they're on their phones looking at YouTube, or they're on their way to work and they're listening to your video in their car, or they are, getting ready to start work and they're doing whatever it is that they do in the morning. So they have your video playing in the background because they like your stuff or whatever. So you start it in the morning and then let it progress throughout the day. That's one thing that I would recommend. Try doing that for a while. And in addition to that, based on how successful your uploads are at different times, TubeBuddy, and the free version of TubeBuddy has this as well, has a tool where they give you the best time to, their recommendations on the best time to upload a video. Now, what I've found is I see that, as an example, they had me as Wednesday as my worst time to upload a video. However, once I started uploading on Wednesdays, that completely changed, which makes the reference of what I said a minute ago about trying to work myself into Mondays, right? They specifically told, or their data specifically said Wednesday was my worst day, but the reason for that was at the time I was always uploading on a Saturday, right? Or a Friday or Saturday. So basically it says, hey, you're getting the biggest results on Saturday. And the reason for that is because I wasn't ever uploading on a Wednesday or a Tuesday in order to actually get, for their system to be able to analyze Wednesday and Thursday, or, you know, or Tuesday and Wednesday correctly. Okay, let's see here. I didn't know TubeBuddy had that feature. My best times are Monday at 8 p.m. Nice. All in one channel, you got 43 subs in a week. Hey, good job, man. We have the legacy version of TubeBuddy, totally worth it. Family on Drugs, hey man, so with that version, you actually also get a bunch of downloads from my website, which is Tuber Tools, and you get those from inside of the admin there on TubeBuddy. So make sure that you go in there and you look at your member perks as well, because that also gets you some free downloads for, you know, like in-screen graphics and stuff like that inside of Tuber Tools. I'll brighten this up a little bit. There we go. All right. So let's see what we got here. We're going to scroll down. Okay, so I'm going to get, wait, do you upgrade your tags and videos that have been out for a while? If so, how long do you wait? Do you tweak your tags for both well-performing and underperforming videos? Personally, if a video is doing bad, then yes. But if a video is okay and it's getting traction, then I'll just leave it as it is, because if it's ranking good and things like that, then I don't mess with it personally. I know you can kind of amplify your video a little bit if you do, but you can also harm it. So because of that, I don't personally. But you know, that's something that you can experiment with if you want to, but I personally don't do that. I know Brian does that a lot, Gord, to where, you know, once he ranks for something, then he'll add on some additional things to rank even further, and it totally works. But me personally, I just don't do that, because once it's ranked somewhere, I just like to keep it there and not mess with it. Let's see here. How do I find out what's trending on my niche? You go to Google Trends, you type in your particular topics of interest, and then you just gauge from there on, you know, if the hype around what it is that you're talking about is growing or not. Tony Kale, it seems a lot of digital nomads moved to Chiang Mai. Interesting trend I see. That is true. There are a ton of digital nomads here. Like, I'm talking a ton of digital nomads here. Okay, so let's get into the Culinator. Okay, and I'm going to be wrapping this up here soon, guys. Yeah, digital nomad, Bomberny TV is basically somebody that works online, and they go to like, they work online. What's going on, Paul? They work on the internet, and their income is solely based on things that they do from the internet. And because of that, it allows them to work anywhere they want in the world, and they take advantage of it. So the term digital nomad is basically people that work on the internet, and they use that they use that as an advantage, basically, to travel around the world and work in different places around the world and see different things in the world while they are working on the internet. I prefer to call myself a remote worker, though. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not a digital nomad because I'm not traveling all over the place, right? I live in Thailand and I work online, but I'm not like I'm not like traveling all over the place and spending a month in Indonesia and then a month in, China, and then, like, I'm not doing that. I've been there, but it's not something that I do while I'm working. I like to just like chill out when I go places. Okay. So the Culinator. Hunting, camping, four-wheeling, more. Bam, fantastic. The only thing I would do is where you have four-wheeling and more, I would make that stand out a little bit more because it kind of blends into your background. Just a little, thing for when people are glancing at it. Hunting, four-wheeling, camping, that's good. I would also add different variations of that for your channel tags as well. Add, like a few like hunting specific things, a few four-wheeling things, a few camping things. I would try to get, maybe 10 different keyword phrases in there. Let's see here. Okay, on your channel page, let me see how many videos you have, just so I can see how long you've been going. Okay, you have a decent amount of videos, so one thing I would recommend is that on your channel page that you have created playlists here, and you are letting people into your content that way, but they can't see at a glance like the different videos that you have in the playlist. So I would actually run an entire grid down your channel page so that it displays all of your content at a glance. Because what happens is you're creating an extra step for the people that are watching your videos. So the 4x4 people, like, they're having to actually click on that, and then they see the other stuff that you offer, and then they have to make the choice on what they want to do there, and then they have to click further into that. So I would take all of your content and I would put it into different playlists so that you can display it, playlists that are associated with each different type of video, and I would lay them out on your channel page at the very least, because you're doing hunting, camping, and four-wheeling. I would at the very least do popular uploads, hunting, camping, and four-wheeling as your playlist. And then since you have a more, I would also do your more playlist as well, whatever more happens to be. In addition to that, yeah, your thumbnails. I see that you put the YouTube logo on some of them. Like, with that, I would come up with something more specific to you. and put that on all of your thumbnails. Hey, what is going on, Brandon? Brandon from 1% Better in the house. This is your first time in the stream. Man, I've been going for 2.5 hours, so my energy now in comparison to what it was 2 hours ago is night and day. Guys, just so you know, if you are Nerdy Explorer in the house, wow, we're getting some of my homies in here. Paul's in the house. Oh yeah, this is like homie filled now. What is going on? Like all of a sudden, right, I'm thinking like, hey man, I'm gonna start shutting this thing down, and then like the homies come in. So I'm like, the homies are here, right? Gord's been here the whole time. Gord, you know, homie Gord in the house. Chris Tankersley, he's off now, but he was in here. Dale's in here too. Yeah, it's like a whole two ritual like powwow up in here. But yeah, back on here. Sorry, the Coolinator. But yeah, like with your thumbnails, you know, I would dial this in. And in case you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, man, yeah, AliX is also here too. Sorry, man. But yeah, if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, Coolinator, basically the reason that you want your thumbnails all to be symbolic to what it is that you're doing, to where people can see that it's your stuff at a glance, is because if they're watching your off-road lights video, right? When your stuff comes up here in the sidebar, you cannot assume that people are going to be looking for your channel name in the sidebar, right? Like here, you have this camera review, and this at a glance is not associated with you, right? Like you're not doing anything here. You have the YouTube logo on there, but a lot of people use the YouTube logo, so it's not really specific to you. So the smallest thing on here, it's even just a tad smaller, maybe the same exact size as the view count, is your actual channel name, because it's the least important for people that are watching your videos. Or it's the least important thing for people to see, right? But the biggest thing on here is the thumbnail, because that's what people look at most, and your actual title, because that's another thing that people look at most. So you want your thumbnails to be at a glance easily recognizable as yours, so that when people see if they watch your video and they say, hey, I like this guy's stuff, and then there's a grid of videos that pop up here at the end, you want them to easily recognize, hey, this is his, this is his, this is his. So I'm going to click on one of these, or I'm going to click on one of his videos over here in the sidebar. So I would definitely do that. Should I make the watermark bigger? The watermark, you mean the YouTube thing? Are you asking if you should make the YouTube thing bigger? YouTube is rigged. It's not, actually. The logo in the lower right corner of your actual video itself. Hold on. And another thing, dude, that logo, just go ahead and take that logo off. Right now, we're like 7 seconds in, right? Okay, this opens up, and you have your logo going for a long time. Holy cow. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so you're 10 seconds in before people get a chance to actually see what's going on your channel. Oh, you changed that already. Okay, good. Yeah, so, and just as a side note, man, you can actually go in through the YouTube editor, and you can actually trim that off, and I would really recommend that, because if you have your branding anywhere else on your channel, I would definitely cut that off if you can. But also on your channel tag, or on your video tags, off-road lights versus headlights. Okay, if you're going for off-road lights versus headlights, let me see something real quick. Okay, if you're going for off-road lights versus headlights as your search term, right now in your video tags you have Harbor Freight fog lights, fog lights, off-road lights, off-road, compared to regular lights, but you don't have off-road lights versus headlights for when people are searching for that, but it looks like, I mean, that's what your title is, so you should definitely have that as your tags as well. Off-road lights versus headlights. Yeah, okay, so you have it in your description, so that's what you're going for, but you always want to put your actual title, like the actual phrase that it is that you're going for. You want to make sure that you put that into your tags as well. So hopefully you found that helpful. Okay, let's see here. I'm new, but how does it look at the moment? This is Epoch 365. Pros and cons of what's there now. Content and setup. Appreciate any feedback. Epoch, I hope you're still on. I know it's taken a while to get there. And real quick, I'm going to just scroll in here because, you know, like I said, the homies are in here, so I'm just going to see what kind of is going on. Coordinized, try posting more. Only 13 videos in 7 months. Algorithm loves it. Yeah, okay, so Brandon, see, like Brandon's even in here, like looking at channels, right? And listen, this guy knows what he's doing. So if he's telling you to post more, that you've posted 13 videos in 7 months, then definitely start posting more because he knows what he's talking about. What would you recommend in the length of the videos? 10 minutes is good, or should they be shorter? On your, I mentioned this earlier in the stream, Hazel-eyed girl, but when you're thinking of video time and how long you should make your videos for, you want to make sure that you keep this in mind. If you make a 10-minute video, and this is going to sound like a broken record for you guys that have been in here for a while, because I keep addressing this, but it's important that you know. If you look at a 10-minute video, if you look at the audience retention, and you see that you're losing people like 2 minutes in or 3 minutes in, then like a lot of people, to where most people aren't completing your video, then it doesn't really make sense to make a 10-minute video, you know, every time. But if you're making a 10-minute video and you're getting, you know, 5 minutes out of it, then it makes a ton of sense to make 10-minute videos instead of making a 3-minute video. Because if somebody, or even a 5-minute or a 4-minute video, because even if somebody watches 100% of a 4-minute video, the most watch time you can get per viewer is still 4 minutes, right? If every single person watched that video for 4 minutes, then you're still getting 4 minutes at a time. But on the 10-minute video, if every single person watched, you know, or on average watched 5 minutes, then you're gaining more overall watch time on that longer video. And that's why making longer videos is important, as long as you can keep viewers watching those longer videos. Okay, so Epoch Vlog, daily vlogs. Okay, first off, and this is extremely important. If you say Epoch 365, first off, I like your logo. I like how it looks. Just from like a design standpoint, it looks pretty cool. A couple things here, and I know you say you're new, just to give you some ideas of, you know, and to give you some suggestions of what to do. First off, you need to make sure that you verify your channel. And once you verify your channel, that you click on, there's going to be a little gear icon next to your subscribe button. You want to click on that, and you want to choose the option to customize your channel page. And when you do that, then you're going to have navigation that's going to pop up on here as well. So you definitely want to make sure that you want to, you know, you want that navigation on here. So make sure that you do that. And then as you create more content, you want to add, you know, different playlists and stuff like that into your channel. Hey, my pleasure, Coolinator. Glad it was useful for you, man. For your thumbs, how you're putting your logo right here on all of them, fantastic. It makes them identifiable to people that are watching. For your channel tags, you definitely need to work on those. Daily vlog in my life, being a husband, father, and owner of Epoch Moment Photography. I don't know what will happen here. Okay, so here, since you're doing a daily vlog in your life, one thing that I would recommend in addition to your daily vlog, like if you have a photography company, this is very important, man. If you have a photography company, then over time, as your channel grows on YouTube, there's a really high probability that you're going to get business from your YouTube channel. Right now, you know, if you don't have any subscribers or whatever, you know, your view count isn't high, whatever, it's not that big of a deal right now to you. But YouTube is an amazing tool for generating business. So you need to keep that in mind if you have a photography business, because like, for your channel, even though you say you're doing daily vlogs, but you have like a week ago and then you have 4 days ago, so you're definitely not doing daily. So that's the first thing I would do. Fort Knox in the house, what's going on? So if you're not doing daily vlogs, I would take daily vlogs off of your header, because basically you're saying, hey, I do daily vlogs, but then your last video was 4 days ago. That creates a disconnect, right? Because basically you're saying, okay, I upload vlogs every day, but then you're not delivering, which tells people that they can't depend on you for regular content. So if you can only do an upload a week, that's cool. But just say, you know, new vlogs every week. But one thing that I really want to stress, man, is because you have a photography company, you should really do some photography tips on here. You should really leverage that because this in time will bring business your way if you let people know. I would do your vlog, but in addition to that, I would talk about wedding photography and just photography in general, whatever type of photography it is that you want work from. Think of that long-term game and how you would want it to work out down the road, the type of photography that you love to do. If you're just selling your photos or whatever, make some, at least a playlist of videos that you upload from time to time, of videos that you use to position yourself to get business. You know what I mean? Because you have a photography company, I just want you to know, and I'm stressing this a lot right now, because I want you to know that it's extremely important that you know that you can really leverage YouTube over time for your business. And you can even, down the road, depending on, what you're wanting to do, you can even create photography courses. And if you have a photography company, you can really, really go far with this as far as the type of stuff that you can do on your channel. So make sure that you keep that in mind. Okay. Grandpa's Place, I answered that. Thanks for next. Okay, now we're going back to the Q&A, and we are at 2 hours and 40 minutes. So right now, I'm just hanging out. We're going to answer some more questions, and then we're going to wrap this puppy up here in about 15 minutes. Boom. All right. Maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, my energy level, man, I need some water. Here, hold on real quick. Okay, Amplified Car Audios asks, hey Nick, how many words is too much for a video tag? For video tags, you just want to go for phrases, right? So you want to go for phrase, variations of the phrase, and so on. However many words it is that you need for your specific phrase. So if somebody's talking, you're doing amplified car audio, I'm going to guess that you're doing car systems and stuff. So if somebody's looking for I've been out of the car audio thing for a while. So let's say somebody's looking for kickers versus, I'm probably dating myself here, but let's say somebody's looking for kickers versus MTX, right? If they're still around. But if somebody's doing kickers versus MTX, then you would just use that. But if somebody's how to install a car radio, then you would do how to install a car radio and do the full phrase. So basically, as far as words are concerned, you just want to use the words to actually get the phrase that people are actually looking for and variations of that phrase. So there's not a specific word count. You just want the phrase. Vlog Guru, later. Thanks for checking in, getting to sleep time here, Nick. Yeah, man, it's getting close. My girlfriend will be coming home soon, and then I'll have to shut it down. I've actually got some work that I have to do tonight. Before I wrap it up too. So let's see here. I'll be watching the replay. Thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it. My pleasure. You drink Red Bull? No, this is good old fashioned coffee. Let's see here. Would you recommend Art with me, would you recommend putting a lot of effort into your first few videos or starting slow and putting more effort into quantity over quality until you have a bit of a following? Okay, here's something that, and I did this with my channel and I always recommend it to everyone to do with theirs. Your very first video that you make, you want to make that video and every video that follows that video like you're already where you want to be. So if you are wanting to have 50,000 subscribers and X amount of millions of views, you want to go ahead and make content like you already have that audience in place. So you want to go ahead and put that effort in, because what happens is when you put in that effort, people take what it is that you're doing a lot more seriously. And since they since they take what it is that you're doing a lot more seriously, then they're more likely to, you know, subscribe. They're more likely to, you know, get involved with whatever it is that you're doing, because you're obviously taking what it is that you're doing seriously. So that inspires other people to take what it is that you're doing seriously. So you definitely want to make even that very first video, you want to make that first video just like you would make it if you had 1 million subscribers. Chiba Gaming, later, take care. Okay. Hey, Tulak. Money?
Mine.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. Catch you peeps later, Brandon. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Motor Talk, I see you. How to get someone's target audience 1% better. See you, Brandon. Hey there, your videos are great. Thank you. Does showing off your good-looking wife help or hinder your channel? Well, if you have a good-looking wife, you know, there are perceptions that, you know, people make. So, you know, I don't have any science to back it up, but I'm guessing it would probably help some particular viewers because it would change their perception of you, which is why I just try to get my people to come in so you could be like, man, check out his. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. Yes, make first video appear like you've been doing YouTube for years. That's also my philosophy and why it's taking me so long to launch my channel. And here's another thing though, man, Josh, keep in mind, like, you want to make your stuff like you have 1 million subscribers already, but on the flip side of that, you don't want it to hinder, like, you don't want perfectionism to hinder your ability to upload either. So in a case like that, you have to find a balance, but you definitely want to make it as good as you possibly can within a reasonable amount of time. Like, if you haven't launched your channel yet, then it's good to go ahead and get a nice handful of videos in the can anyway, so that you already have them ready. And let's say you have like a month or 2 months worth of content already created, so that as you're releasing that content, that gives you a month or 2 months worth of time that you can spend creating more awesome content. Okay, what should searchable content to non-searchable content ratio be? That's a good question, and me personally, I try to make everything as searchable as possible, and the reason for that is because for Family on Drugs, big thanks, my pleasure. And the reason for that is because the ones that aren't searchable, you're obviously just making those for your audience. You know, that's you know, more hygiene type stuff. So that's you know, it's okay. But I personally recommend making everything that you do searchable. Okay, almost 12 a.m. Thank you so much for the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Later. Yo, dude. Nick, Nepticon, what is happening? Great stream, Nick. Top advice as always. Thank you. Hiding subscriber count, it doesn't matter. People can see your view count. Like, a lot of people will do that. They'll hide their subscriber count because some people recommend it, which is insane. Because if you hide your subscriber count, people can still see that you're getting 4 views on a video, or that you're getting, you know, 100 views on a video. It doesn't matter if you hide your subscriber count. Like, you know, some people take pride in being some of the first subscribers on your channel. So, you know, make Wendy. So make it known, you know, put it out there. Be proud. If you get 10 people, that's awesome. That's 10 people that have followed your stuff. Be proud of that. Don't say, oh, well, I don't have 100, or I don't have 1,000, or I don't have 100,000. So I'm ashamed of myself. So I'm not going to show my subscriber count. No, if you get 10 people that are into what you're doing, that's awesome. And you should display it, and you should display it with honor. You know what I mean? Because it's awesome that you have that many people that are into your stuff. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. So you guys have an awesome evening. For everybody that came in here, thank you so much for stopping into the stream. If you are new to me and my channel, and you want to learn how to grow your channel and make videos and all types of other YouTube related stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now, and make sure that you hit the bell notification so that you don't miss anything. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of the stream. Tonight, maybe already, I'm not sure, but I'm going to have crossed 1 million views on my channel, and you guys are who I have to thank for that. So thank you so much. I'm also going to be crossing here within the next, you know, hour or two. I'm going to be crossing over the 23,000 subscriber mark, and you guys are also to thank for that. So thank you very much for that as well. And in addition to that, have an awesome day or night wherever it is that you happen to be in the world. And thanks for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate it. And take care. Be cool.